That is absolutely your worst one yet, Jet. That's not even stretching it. That's just making up an entirely new name. Uh, hello. How are we all? Are we good? Yeah, just just make up any old name. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Nobody'll notice. Nobody'll pay any attention. How are we all? Have we had a good Sunday? Hopefully you have. I'm still suffering with congestion and a bit of a headache, so we glory on. We'll see where we get to. I want to finish this game. Too many games coming out. 75 stream streak. Indeed. Indeed, indeed. Well done, Lily, on 75 streams. Yeah, I want to finish this game because we finished off last night and it was kind of balanced on a ooh. It was getting very, very, very interesting. And there's also a whole bunch of games coming out in the next 2 or 3 weeks, which is just absolute insanity. We've got Replaced coming out next Tuesday night, which we're definitely going to play. We've then got Outbound, which looks fantastic. We played the demo for. That's coming out on the 17th, I think, of April. And then we've got Pragmata coming out on the 21st of April. And then there's something else coming out as well that I quite fancy playing. So it's constant. The next few weeks are just like game after game after game that I've been kind of interested in playing. So we'll see where we get to. I've requested a key for Outbound, and it's the same people who are doing Replaced. So I'm kind of hoping that the last couple of keys I've requested from Disobey I've got. So fingers crossed. Well done, Pemmy. 75 stream streak as well. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm kind of hoping that I'll get the Outbound key as well. Fingers crossed for that one. Pragmata, I have applied for a key today. I doubt very much I'll get it. It seems a bit too big of a launch, a bit too big of a game for me to be getting a key. It's bordering on the AAA status, that one, and I'm really not sure that I'll get that. But I wouldn't mind playing it. As I say, it was one of those games that when I first saw it at one of the showcases, I think it was at one of the PlayStation showcases, I thought, "Oh, I don't know if I'll like that." It seemed a bit AAA-ish. The AI characters seemed a little bit kind of annoying. I'm not a huge fan of movies and games with little kids in them, but not because of the kids necessarily. It's because they're always very poorly written, and they just become really irritating and annoying because they tend to be, infantilized almost. So I kind of wasn't 100% keen in it, let's say, to begin with. And then I saw another showcase and I thought, that actually might look okay. And then the demo came out and the demo was so much fun. It completely changed my mind on the way the game was going to be, which is, I suppose, is why you put demos out in the wild. So, as I say, I've asked for a key for that one, but I doubt very much that I'm going to get there. So certainly the next few weeks could be, if all the keys come through, I could be absolutely snowed under and absolutely stacked up for games for a while. I'm also just squirreling away little smaller games that have taken my eye or demos as well. So one night we can maybe play a host of demos that I've been looking at, but I'm being very picky about the demos now. I'm playing them for 5-10 minutes before I think I'll put them in my stream pile because there's an awful lot of them that I've played that I've just thought, nah, absolutely no way whatsoever. So yeah, I'm becoming a bit more discerning. Plus the fact now that I'm casting my net a bit wider in terms of not just doing horror, there's so many more opportunities for things cropping up. Obviously, we've got the posthumous investigation ongoing as well. I don't want to abandon that. We'll come back to that at some point. SCP Fragmented Minds, I want to continue the chapter 2 on that one. And there's a big patch dropped for that 2 weeks after launch today. which has cleaned up some bits and pieces. So I think that one, as I said at the time, I do want to just I do want to make sure it's absolutely right. So, what else has happened? Not a lot happened because obviously we've been on Friday night and Saturday night, and it's been good fun. I've enjoyed doing the voices. Some of them have been good, some of them maybe not so good. But yeah, the game itself has been fantastic fun. A lot darker than I probably anticipated it would be. However, it's very good, very good. Just as well, just as I remember, as we're talking about games, if anybody has Steam and is looking for, I don't really know 100% a lot about the game, but anything free is normally thumbs up. Graveyard Keeper, which I think's got a reasonable reputation, is free on Steam until tomorrow, and it's not just free until a certain date. Graveyard Keeper 2 is coming out soon, and I think they passed a set number of wish lists on Steam, so they decided to make the first game free for a certain period of time. So if you do want something a little bit different and a game for nothing, then Graveyard Keeper is now available up until tomorrow. So probably about this time tomorrow. It's free, so you can snag that. What else? What else? What else? What else? I think just in terms of some of the more eagle-eyed amongst you will have noticed that over the last few weeks, things have been disappearing from the channel point setup. Um, and it's partially because I wanted to kind of refresh things, but also, yeah, I spent 75 hours in Graveyard Keeper. It was a lovely game. Well, there you go. There's well done, Clem. Welcome in, welcome in. Stardew with bodies. Yeah. I don't know too much about it. I just I heard everybody talk about it at the time and thought, okay, that could be quite interesting. But it is, as I say, it's free. So yes, it's barren as Jet says. There's a reason behind that. And the reason is I am a grumpy old man, and I put my hand up to the fact that I'm a grumpy old man. But I was beginning to find that certainly the oldest sound alerts were beginning to get spammed a little bit. Just at what I felt was inappropriate times in games. So I took them away. I wanted to refresh them anyway, but I just took them away because I was getting fed up with being at certain points in games and the alerts going off. Um, which is why, again, and we've done more narrative heavy stuff recently. So that's why I've taken the TTS because Menace is getting spammed constantly by everyone, which is what it's there for. But there's 2 or 3 times recently that the TTS has gone off when we've been in the middle of a narrative bit, and it's kind of annoying. Probably not to the audience, but it is to me who's playing the game. So I have deliberately turned off the TTS on the 90% plus. So don't hear that. What else? I've taken away first. Now, Lily, do not take this personally, because I've had to do this before in the past. I was getting to a point where people were coming in and stealing first and then disappearing, either into lurk, never to be seen again in the stream, or they were popping in, grabbing first, and then disappearing and not even lurking. Which isn't really the point of first. If you're going to grab first, you should really stay in the stream, in my mind, because you wanted to be here first, not grab it just because it's a badge or whatever and then disappear. So I've disabled that for a little bit in time. I did this before. I had a problem. I've had this problem twice now, where it's being grabbed and the people weren't staying in stream, or they were just grabbing it because it was there to grab, and not actually hanging around. So it's just a bit about thinking about what's happening. There was another one as well. Oh yeah, the Hall of Hats as well. I turned off the Hall of Hats because I was beginning to see that there was a pattern appearing, that there were a couple of, let's say, individuals who were triggering it just when we scene changed from chatting into the game, etc. And it was just, as I say, It's all my bits. It's all because of me, and I understand that it might not make sense to other people, but if you're sitting here night after night and you're doing the thing and you notice patterns and things happening, sometimes you just need to say enough's enough. And we'll take all the toys away until everybody kind of calms down and realizes that, you know, you need to treat the toys nicely, or you just won't get to play. So things will restore gradually as I get my head back around things. But yeah, that's why things have been disappearing. It's your stream. Do you need? Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't want to just absolutely kill off everybody's fun. I mean, I have to say, I have no idea. I have no idea how Wade streams with his chat. It would kill me. I can't actually sit in Wade's chat. I'm in his chat every single day for the full stream. I'm probably about second or third in a stream every day. And I'm there right to the very end, but I can't cope with just the amount of it's the place is on fire the whole time. Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. But it's just what Wade's used to. That's Wade's stream. And that's what he wants. He wants everybody. I mean, I'm not saying it's the wrong thing to do. I'm just saying that I can't cope with that level of just absolute, constant menace and FMK and blah 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 blah, and there's just like blah, 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 blah. Nobody's paying any attention. Basically, they're just all pressing buttons, and I can't cope with that at all. So, yeah, we'll get back to an even keel at some point, but I'm just sort of just taking a pause on some things. So, yeah, because I mean, I've put work into the stream in terms of the Hall of Hats and stuff like that. I do enjoy that, but as I say, when I think people are beginning to rip it, I'm not a dancing monkey at the end of the day, you know. I'm here to give a bit of entertainment, but also to be entertaining to myself in a way. So, absolutely. So sometimes I just think people forget that, But anyway. Enough of a rant. I don't think I've ever seen you dance. Well, no, not quite. But yeah, you catch my drift. We're not here to just jump about when people think that it's funny for us to do that. So yeah, probably enough said in that. I'll stop ranting. But that's why things have been gradually disappearing from the redeems. Because I'm just getting to the point where I'm like, okay, if it's not going to be used properly, I'm just going to take it away. Or if somebody's thinking they're clever about it, then they're not being clever because I'll just take it away for everybody. So yeah, enough said on that. Yeah. Yeah, probably even the game. Yeah, it'll just be like a blank stream with a game on it. There'll be no volume, there'll be nothing. It'll just be literally a game playing quietly in the background. But yeah, other than that, as I say, weekend's kind of shot past. I was saying to Banshee earlier, this happens to me so many times that I get to a point where my partner goes away for the weekend and I think, yes, I've got free time, all the things I've been wanting to do that I don't do because I will spend time with her at the weekend because we don't see each other that much through the course of the week. I can now get on and do that. And then I sit down once I've done the sort of adulting jobs for the week and stare at the PC and think, I could do that, but then I could do this. And if I do this, then I can't do that. But that'll take quite a while. And maybe I should do that and that because I could do both of those things in the same time that I would do this. And it takes me so long to work through all the various connotations and operations. I'm like, I've now don't have time to do it. So I get to Sunday night and think, I have not actually done anything. Just an idea. Maybe it's worth doing little periodic announcements saying you're restructuring, something's changed. Yeah, yeah. To be fair, Clem, nobody's actually asked the question. I just felt that I maybe should address it. But yeah, I would. Yeah. Nobody has actually said what's happening, but I kind of felt that it was probably the right time to actually just stop things and say, you know what, this is why this is happening. So anyway, as I say, we move on, and things will gradually begin to kind of come back. But yeah, Because as I say, I've put too much work into the stream and various scenes and everything to just abandon them completely. So, but yeah, as I say, loads and loads and loads of games coming out, which I can't wait to get into. It's great that I'm managing to sustain, just despite the fact that my average figures are falling a little bit worryingly. Um, I'm managing to sustain enough of a relationship with PRs and stuff that they're still happy enough to give me keys and Keymailer. Although Keymailer, I love Keymailer. Keymailer for a long time gave me nothing. And then all of a sudden started giving me keys, and it's absolutely brilliant. And it's a complete privilege to be able to get keys from things. I've now started getting like random messages from Keymailer saying, "This is this dev, and you're now being offered the chance to play their game." And you think, but I've never played a game anything like that at all. And they seem to be offering me all these games that I would never play. Just games that I actively would not play, like a deck builder or a roguelike, because I just don't enjoy those kind of games. I'm getting offers for them, and I feel so bad going back and declining the offer because I know I will not enjoy the game. And I kind of think, is this affecting me along the line that somewhere along the line somebody's going to go, oh, he keeps rejecting games and then asking for other ones? But the other ones I'm asking for are the ones I really would like to play. It's a weird push-pull sort of thing. I'm doing the right thing. I just feel bad. I suppose it's, and I think Shad said this in our Discord at one point. Once you kind of approach the 1,000 followers, you'll get more and more and more people sort of popping out the woodwork and sending you cold emails to say, do you want to play our game or whatever? And it's beginning to happen more frequently. I've got a sort of set number of, guys that I kind of go backwards and forwards with PR wise, and they're all great. But I'm now beginning to get kind of random emails from like smaller devs and stuff saying, would you like to play our game? And I kind of look at it and think, maybe not really, but thanks for the offer. And I don't want to be a dick about it, you know? It's kind of weird. You end up getting in this bit of a position where you think, do I want to keep saying no to all these things? Not that they're going to be talking to each other, but it's just a kind of weird position that you find yourself in. One respect, you think, well, this is great. People are actually offering me games to play for nothing. And obviously they're going to get they're going to get the exposure to the audience or whatever. And then, I'm trying to create a little corner of the universe here where you will see things that maybe you wouldn't see in too many other places. Um, and I think a number of people have said to me along the way, I would never have known about that game if you hadn't played it or you hadn't played the demo of it or you hadn't talked about it. And I think that's kind of the biggest thing for, I mean, obviously the charity thing is absolutely top of the list in terms of being able to provide getting paid in exposure, indeed. Being able to provide financial assistance to charities that wouldn't normally get any kind of financial or as much financial assistance, the sort of smaller guys, is brilliant. That's kind of why I want to be doing what I'm doing. I love getting paid to expose myself. Oh wait, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Um, but by the same token, I do actually love the fact that, if people drop in here at any point, they're probably likely to see a game being played that they haven't really seen being played too many places. Yeah, I've always been interested in the kind of weirder niche, things that are off the beaten track a bit. So yeah, I love the fact that I can do that, and I love the fact that people actually do hang about and watch it. But yeah, as I say, there are some weirder and niche that I just really don't want to go down the road of. I love that aspect. Love me a weird game that I had to dig for. See that? Yeah, absolutely. And it can be completely into. I mean, I was saying this to Kay the other week, that everybody keeps rattling on about how bad their Twitter feed is and how terrible Twitter is. I refuse to call it X. But my algorithm on Twitter is so heavily curated towards games PRs and small devs that it's literally just tweet after tweet after tweet from small indie devs and PRs who are handling small indie devs. So I end up seeing games, that I would never ever see if I was on a mainstream sort of platform. And sometimes you just kind of something catches your eye, and you think, well, it's like that posthumous investigation. That was a completely random thing that I saw on Twitter, and I thought that looks really interesting. And I started looking at it, and then 2 days later, I saw the PR for the game popping up and saying, if anybody would like to cover this, please drop me a message. To which I did, and I got a key. And it's that kind of stuff that I love about the fact that you can just, you can get involved. Thanks, Clem. You can get involved to an extent and just curate a list of things that just keep popping down, and you start to discover a whole host. And even following some of these indie devs, who obviously are friendly with other indie devs, they'll retweet something or talk about something that one of their friends is doing, which you weren't aware of at all. And then all of a sudden you've got another game that you really want to have a go at, So it's kind of mad, but that's where I want to be, if you like. I want to be in this kind of strange little corner of the universe where we're seeing things that other people may not be 100% putting out into the world. So yeah, so there we go. That's kind of where we're at. I'm just trying to think. There was something else that I was going to talk about tonight, and I cannot remember what it was. It's disappeared from my brain. There was something else that I noticed today that I thought that would be quite interesting to talk about, and it has completely evaporated from my brain. Anywho, as I say, but that's almost half an hour of been yapping anyway, so I suppose we should. I'm not entirely sure how long this game's going to go. I had a quick look again at the walkthrough that I've been sort of quickly referring to at the end of each night is about 6 and almost a half hours long. And at the end of the first night, I had got about 2.25 hours into it. And last night when I checked it, I was about 6, just between 6 and 4.25 and 4.5. What? What? I have no idea what that says, Cass. So I think I'm about 2/3 of the way through the game. I think I'm about 2/3 of the way. Syntax error. Okay. My cat. I should have guessed that straight away. That the cat was on the keyboard. I love it. I mean, to be fair, the cat did a pretty good job there. I mean, I am quite impressed that the cat managed to get that much English out. That's almost as good as a sentence from Grimm. So yes, I think I'm about 2/3 of the way through the game. Hopefully, we can get to the end of it tonight. If we keep cracking on. I think I'm slower, obviously, because I'm doing all the voices and reading every single line, and we're having a bit of a laugh in between things. So yeah, technically, and there was no Gamba tonight because I didn't have a monster today. Weirdly, don't know why. I think I got sidetracked into the Pepsi Max cream soda. Oh, that's what it was. Jet cream soda. I see Irn-Bru is doing a cream soda variant. I mean, does anything sound more heinous than Irn-Bru cream soda? That sounds absolutely. I mean, you can hear the diabetes crawling through your veins when you even speaking about it. Absolute insanity. Drinking the Pepsi though. Oh, I love the Pepsi. I am a Pepsi person. Always have been. I know. Don't stare at me. I'm sorry. I've let you down. You're not my friend anymore. I know. I can't help it. I prefer the taste. so that's life. What? Are they crazy? Indeed. Yes. Possibly. Quite possibly. But I think there's obviously trends. Everything went cherry flavour for a while. Everything now seems to be going cream soda. But, I mean, Iron Brew's sweet enough as it is, without actually adding more sweetness to it. Who knows, it might actually turn out to be all right, but I have no idea. I have no idea. Anyway, let's do the thing and get the green screen up and get into the... Yeah, I knew that would happen. Now Jet will crash out about everything being cherry flavour as well. Anywho, be back in a sec. Right, we are back, we are back, we are back. Oh, God. Right, just give me 2 seconds here. I'm going to do something just with this. Right, that should be fine. Okay, there we go. Okay, clear not doing good marketing this. Cherry ice cream. Okay. Again, that doesn't sound great. There's just too much sweetness going on there. Where am I? I've lost the thing again. Right, here we go. Change the category. That sounds glorious. It's lovely, actually. Okay. All right, Mr. Marketing Man. Don't believe the hype. It's propaganda. He knows what he's doing. Right, so this is where we finished last night. We did this.
His final plea, Gran
Yes.
flung the torch into the deep darkness.
Yeah, bang, bang, bang. Smash. Ice Age.
She smiled and exhaled. The torch echoed as it ricocheted.
So we've seen this.
Before Gran could finish,
Boom, everybody's ice. And then we go to the book, and we now need to pick.
Gran owned her attempt to shield him, unflinching.
Right, come on, quick. We don't have time to be doing recaps.
So, in a town, well, on the bright side, now we.
Right, so we want to go back and do I suppose we're going to have to do all the bits. So we'd be as well going back and do the... We're going to have to be chill, cop.
they'd run the classic good cop, chill cop interrogation.
Okay. So we're back here again. I'll handle this. Just got to play it cool.
Luca walked calmly to the light switch, flicking it off and on a few times. Mr. Tolliver shook his head, gathering his wits.
Golly, I sure got my bell
He
rung.
looked over to find Luca, who returned a calming grin.
Sorry, Mr. Tolliver. This was all a big mistake. Look at what's going on here. Why'd you have me strapped down? No one's fault, really. Frollo just got a little startled. Rollo's here?
Rollo and Beck emerged from hiding to give a timid wave.
Okay, we're playing it cool. Well, all right. Mistakes happen. You kids gave old Hiram a good scare. Let's just get me out of these ropes and call it even.
Luca glanced over to Rollo and Beck, who replied with skeptical looks.
Mr. Tolliver, why are you in my grand's basement? I'm here to help, of course. Help with what? Yeah, that's fine. Not a problem. What's my gran up to? If you'll just cut me loose, I can show you. How do I know we can trust you?
Mr. Tolliver exhaled with disappointment.
Luca, have I ever done wrong by you? No. And since your gran moved to town, haven't I been nothing but welcoming? Yeah. So why would I turn my back on your family now? It's just, all this stuff seems pretty weird. A board with names of people from town, an archive of my dad's old disturbing patient
Luca
notes.
gestured to the corner.
Hello, Banshee.
Piss off!
Hello, Martha, as well. Luca gestured to the corner. Barrels of explosives and can explain everything. You just need to untie me. You kids deserve an explanation.
Luca looked again to Rollo and Beck. This time they shrugged. Luca began to slowly loosen the bindings.
Okay.
Mr. Tolliver gently rubbed his wrists.
That's a good lad. This'll all make sense in time. Woozy's going to do a runner.
He edged imperceptibly toward the stairs as
quick.
he spoke.
Somebody get in behind him. You see, this town has secrets, Luca. A very dark past, indeed.
Before the kids had even noticed his movement, Mr. Tolliver was at the light switch.
Uh-huh. A past that must be brought
He
to...
punctuated his final words by flicking the switch and rushing up the stairs.
light. Damn it. Son of a...
Beck darted to the wall and turned back on the lights. It was too late. Rollo confirmed what they all heard.
He just locked us down here.
Mr. Tolliver's muffled voice came from behind the door.
I wasn't lying, you know. This is for your own good. You kids just keep tight down there. And let the adults handle this.
They looked bewildered at each other.
And play it cool, huh? Not now, Beck.
They
Okay.
heard the staccato thump of quick steps exiting the house. The kids looked down in resignation. This isn't how it goes in Hank Atomic. For some reason, they'd always assumed it was up to them to save their town. Luca opened his mouth, hoping to conjure some magical words to make this right. Only a hollow croak escaped. The end.
Okay.
Well, we certainly aren't going to find a grand resolution to our tale.
Okay, so
locked
we
in
just closed
place.
out that
Back to the
path.
drawing board.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. So now we've gone on this branch, we've done everything that we can. So we're now going to have to go back here. And when we're about to do the fight, we need to run. decided to... Flight, okay.
Luca drew himself up and decided to take the only option they had left. Flight. He squinted down the barrel of the mission control defense cannon, aiming it through an opening in the dense tree branches.
Ooh, not so daft, Luca.
He
Whoa!
looked up with surprise as it struck true and taut.
Wow, I can't believe that worked. Hey, Mr. Kerr, we'd love to hear your thoughts, but I'm afraid we've places to be. Come on, Iggy. See ya, Jax. Fine. We know where that leads them. This way. We'll take the tunnels. The tunnels.
Luca and Iggy winced as they sprinted through the thicket. The branches clawed at them, reluctant to give passage. After what felt like a marathon, Luca stopped in his tracks as they reached the clearing. What the? That was all he was able to say before Iggy slammed into his back. The boys tumbled down a steep decline and crashed with a wheezing thud on a surface as hard as ice. In fact, it was ice. Chapter 5.
We're so far
Friends,
back.
They stood silently, catching their breath. The sky was like sapphire. With each breath, a plume of steam escaped from Luca's lungs. Let's keep moving. Luca pulled Iggy to his feet as they gazed across the snowy terrain.
Luca's still wiping his nose with the back of his hand. That was actually pretty badass. I think we lost him. Are we up in the mountains? I don't think so. If anything, we went downhill. Then what's up with the Winter Wonderland? All I know is there's no going back the way we came. Let's see if we can get our bearings. Follow me. Find a way home, okay. Right, so we... Oh, hang on, though. Wouldn't that be where home was? Because that's up to the grave. Luca! Luca! Are you there?
Luca had almost forgotten the walkie-talkie he was carrying.
Is that Bozo Kerr? Oh. I thought it was going to be Rollo there. I hope nothing bad has happened to you out in those
Luca
woods.
looked at Iggy with hesitation.
No need to be rude.
With a resigned sigh, Luca responded.
It seems like the only dangerous thing in the woods is you. He speaks, the young man of the hour. Now, how in tarnation did you end up with one of our radios? Just lucky, I guess. Boy, howdy. You Van Horns are full of surprises, aren't you? You knew my parents? I never had the honour of meeting your father, but your mom sure was a handful.
Luca winced, shoving the walkie-talkie back into his pocket.
Ooh. We gotta keep moving. Right, I'm presuming I can't go anywhere here. Right, so we need to go back this way, and then back this way. Ooh, hazmat dudes. What's the readout? Sitting above, just above 258 Kelvin. That's down a bit from last time. Should we report this to Mr. Kerr? Nah, still within safe ranges. It may be spreading, but it's under control for now. Even a small nudge in the equilibrium could cause a cascade. Dude, relax. Just a few more sites to hit before we can punch out. Let's get this over with. Okay. What's all this? Hard to say with all the snow. I think it's the town sign. I can almost make out letters under there. What could this even be? There couldn't be another town this deep into Wheatwood. I'm looking at evidence to the contrary. Let's figure out what we're dealing with here. Step 1, snow's got to go. I'll see what I can do. Right, okay, so we're not getting that, we want to get this way. In situations such as these, I find it best to chuck stuff first and ask questions second. Okay. So am I chucking... Where am I chucking stuff from then? Okay. Okay. Welcome to
The
Beacon
boy stared
Pines.
in disbelief at the sign that now clearly read, "Welcome to Beacon Pines."
This doesn't make any sense. We're in Beacon Pine? How's that possible? We ran away from town. How did we get back here? I guess we got turned around. Where did all this snow come from? Well, it's been colder than normal lately. That's a pretty big difference between sweater weather and this Arctic hellscape. The puddle we fought at before, it was cold too. Maybe all of it leads to one source. You think it's related? What the hell going on? We're going to get you some answers. Let's keep moving. I presume at some point Iggy will just return to normal, because when they stuck that branch into the pool, the branch flowered and then went back to normal. So at some point, Iggy's kind of, he's all that side of his face, will come back to normal. I don't know. Let's go. Oh. It's all frozen.
Looking down at the frozen stream, Luca could faintly see a school of minnows encased in the ice.
Whatever happened here, it happened fast. The fish didn't even have time to run. Or, swim run. Okay.
The crunching of footsteps trailing Luca went hush. He looked back to see Iggy's face twisted with confusion.
Everyone's gone. What? There's nothing here but more snow. There must be an explanation for all of this. We have to keep looking. You can look all you want. I quit. Iggy, we have to keep going. You don't get it, do you? This isn't one of your pathetic Hank Atomic stories. We aren't going to save the day. We aren't even going to save ourselves. My face is mangled, the town is destroyed, and everyone we've ever known is gone. We don't know that. You just can't quit. Do whatever you want. I'm done. Okay. Iggy, it's going to be okay.
Luca peered upward at the darkening sky. He let out a long, foggy breath. Faintly, Iggy began to cry.
Oh, man.
Seeing Iggy in such a pathetic state gave Luca a sense of compassion and more than a little guilt.
It is getting pretty late, I think. Probably not a great idea to stumble around in the dark anyway.
Luca allowed himself to collapse next to Iggy.
Don't sit down in the snow. Let's just rest for a bit.
The boys huddled together for warmth and comfort.
At least go into the broken building.
For exhaustion, their minds would be racing, trying to make sense of the events of the day. As it was, all they had energy for was to sit in silence, numb.
The way the snow covered everything over, it's kind of calm. Yeah. I haven't had time to say it, but thanks. Huh? For getting us away from those creeps. I sort of froze up back there. Iggy, I should be the one apologising. This all happened because I lost my temper. Nah, that's bullhogging. First of all, you didn't know what the gunk would do. You didn't, right? Of course not. And second, stop with this baloney about losing your temper. But I did lose my temper.
Iggy motioned sarcastically to his half-deformed face.
Obviously. But that's exactly what you should have done. Eh? I was being a horse's ass. You were supposed to be a horse's ass in response. That's how it works. Iggy, I'm having a hard time following. You wanted me to fight you? Of course. Jeez, you goody-goody type took forever to understand this very basic point. Why would you go around saying cruel things trying to get into fights?
Iggy shrugged.
It's something to do. You're an ass because you're bored? Sometimes I just feel empty. You wouldn't understand. You and Roro are always having a blast together, laughing and calling that dinky little treehouse Mission Control.
Iggy now wept
Mm.
openly.
Oh, Iggy's just lonely. Perfect little Luca Ranhorn with his perfect little life. My life is not perfect. Everybody in town likes you. Not everybody. Hell, that new girl hasn't even unpacked yet, and even she already likes you. You have Tish.
He wiped his nose with a sleeve.
I love Tish. Tish is great, but she ain't exactly the world's greatest conversationalist, you know?
Luca gave a warm chuckle.
I get that impression.
Iggy cleared his throat as he wiped his eyes.
Must be raining out here. Definitely.
Iggy arched into a wide yawn.
We should probably try to get some sleep. Yeah. Let's lay low for now. Tomorrow we'll get to the bottom of all this.
Luca's eyelids began to slowly drift shut.
Don't fall asleep in the snow in the dark. Luca? Yeah? I always did want to see the inside of your dinky little treehouse. What do you think? Not bad. I'll give you the full tour when we get back. You know what? Hmm?
That's all Luca could whisper before succumbing to sleep. Iggy snuggled in some more.
When it comes to worst days of my entire life, this one wasn't half bad.
The house smelled of warm bread.
Hmm.
Luca was playing with toy blocks on the living room rug.
Okay, we're another one of Luca's freaky
He
dreams
looked
again.
up to see his parents on the couch. His mother held his father's head in her lap. She idly stroked his hair while humming a song. A voice behind Luca spoke. This is how you remember them, huh? Luca turned to see his own face. The
Okay.
doppelganger from his dreams, still clad in a yellow hazmat suit, still carrying a look of disdain behind empty eyes. Aww, look at this perfectly cozy scene. You know it wasn't really like this. The figure picked up a toy block and inspected it. It's amazing the facades that one can build given the right materials.
Ooh, so it wasn't an idyllic family
Don't
life.
blame us. These are a child's memories, all warm and fuzzy. You don't remember, do you? Lucas snatched the block from the figure's yellow-gloved hand. Remember what? The doppelganger pointed to the couch. The last day we saw him alive. The day he chose to abandon us.
Ooh. Another shocking revelation.
Luca turned to look at his father, still lounging on the couch. That's not true. He didn't abandon us. The doppelganger waved his hand dismissively. Everything is true here. It's just a matter of what we choose to see. Well, let me show you. The world flickered and pulsed. Luca was sitting next to his bed, listening to his heartbeat with one of his dad's stethoscopes. The doppelganger limped into the room. Now, we both know that's not how this went. He grabbed Luca's hand and guided the stethoscope to the floor. Luca heard muffled shouting, brought close by the stethoscope. It was his parents, fighting. Do
Ooh.
you remember what we did next? Luca gave a slow nod and crept down the hall to peek through the banister. He could see the outline of his mother at the bottom of the stairs. Damn it, Walt. We can't afford to get involved in this. She was scared. His father stepped forward. What am I supposed to do? Just watch? There's a sickness in this town, and we both know who's behind it.
Ooh.
I swore an oath to help people. I won't turn my back on them. Luca's mother grabbed Walt. She was crying, pleading. I can't lose you. Walt calmly removed Eleanor's hand from his shoulder. What's right is right, and what's wrong is wrong. I could never live with myself if I let Sharper get away with this. Eleanor raised her voice.
Hello, Pissy.
Spare me your bullshit platitudes. What about our son? Luca flinched, dropping the stethoscope down the stairs. Walt turned with a panicked smile. Luca, is that you, buddy? With tears in his eyes, Luca descended the stairs. Mom? Dad? What's going on? Walt dropped to a knee to meet Luca eye to eye. Nothing, buckaroo. Your mom and I just got a little overexcited is all. Luca placed the stethoscope against his father's chest. His heart was racing.
I can't even begin to tell you, Pissy. It's got multiple paths that have gone forward and back and forward. It would take me about 2 hours to try and explain what's going on.
It sounded like you were going somewhere. Walt gently removed the device from Luca's ears. Listen to me, Luca. I have some business to take care of. I'll be back in time to tuck you in. Luca hugged
I
his
don't
father
think that's
tightly.
going to happen.
Promise? Walt stood up and walked to the door. He glanced over his shoulder. I promise. With a wink and a grin, he put on his hat and strode out into the evening sun. A figure approached soundlessly from the foggy snowfall.
It's not a puzzle, Pissy. It's more a narrative game. But there are many branching paths on it, and you have to keep stepping back to see what the other layer of the story, what other path the story took. But you don't remember what the other path was. That was just the path at that time. So you never remember what's going on. We're just trying to find the true path through the story. But you have to visit every path on the story. You can't pick which one you want. Ultimately, you will have to go down every path.
It stood above them, lingering in contemplation. Slowly raising one hand above Iggy, it snapped out 2 brisk raps on his head.
Who's this?
From a deep slumber, Iggy sprang up defensively.
Get your hands off me.
It was the calming presence or the recognition that he was not in danger.
It's just a story, Pissy. There is nothing more to it than a story.
Iggy felt his clenched fists lower.
Just what do you think you're doing?
Luca looked up, gradually remembering his whereabouts. The figure exhaled a cloud of warm vapor.
You two certainly have caused a lot of commotion. What's that supposed to mean? Take it easy, Iggy. We're asleep minding our own business. You're the ones running around knocking on people's heads. I'm sorry if I hurt you, Iggy. You didn't hurt nobody. Anybody. Huh? Oh, I see. You think you're better than me, you.
When it came to complete strangers, Iggy had trouble cobbling together an insult.
You big fatted, scarfy-necked furball. Okay, let's lower the temperature a bit here. Interesting choice of words. I mean, let's all just calm down. Who are you? A friend, an observer, a hitchhiker on the infinite expanse of possibility. Great, how about a name? If you must call me something, you can call me Nat.
Iggy huffed with gratification.
Okay. How about you make like a gnat and buzz off? Very well.
Nat began to turn away indifferently.
Wait, do you live here? You might say that. So you know where we are. You might also say that. Look, pal, we just want to find a safe way out of here. You gotta help us or not. Before knowing how to leave, one must know where they are. Oh, all right, that does it. Look, I don't know about you, but I'm getting out of here, one way or another.
Iggy turned sharply and began to stomp off.
Enough with the riddles. Iggy, wait up.
Realizing he'd worn their patience then, Nat relented.
Very well. I suppose this isn't the time for metaphors. I'll show you how to get back home.
Luca and Iggy turned around with hope in their eyes.
Come here.
Nat took a deep breath in.
Close your eyes.
Nat exhaled slowly, then snapped his fingers.
Okay, open them.
For a brief moment, Luca and Iggy let themselves believe that some great magic was about to unfold until they opened their eyes and found themselves in the exact same place.
Okay, we're about to hit the ads, so we'll take a break here, play the drop game, and we'll be back in 3 whole minutes. Chat, we did it. I have successfully completed a stealth mission. Oh, good God. No. Right, I'm getting out of here, but I'm going out the window. Fish. Okay, let's not go out the window. Oh my God. Crabbing for penal colony workers. Navigate to an ideal zone. More rings equals more crabs. Okay, so we're going to the penal colony to do hard labour and get crabs. What? Okay. What now?
Huh?
Frosty nuts, because sometimes you just need a warm hole. Can I crouch? Oh! Oh! Oh no! Oh no! Hello? Dude! What the hell? I have a serious problem. Did somebody put cling? There's the shotgun. There's the shotgun. Oh! Are you kidding me? Here's me. Where's the gas station? I wonder where it could be. It'd be really useful if there was some sort of marker or something that actually showed you where the gas. Yeet the baby! Woohoo! Hey! Woohoo! This is Nice, we did it, chat. We did it. I have successfully completed a stealth mission. Oh, good God! No! This is terrible. Oh!
Huh?
I don't like it. I really don't like it. Is the patient the only person in the machine room? Yes. Are there any metal objects left in the machine room? No. Does the patient feel comfortable? Yes. Turn the MRI machine on? Yes. Oh, Good. One of those questions may not have been answered correctly. Change into your uniform. It's ready for you in locker number 3. What did he say? Glowing aloud. Ubu. I mean, it's my first day, and I don't even know your name.
Huh?
I know what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to flip them. Right, we're back. What has happened here? What has Nat done? Anything? Nothing? We need to push on.
Cold and disheartened.
This is your home. This is Beacon Pines. Look, Nat, we don't know how we got here. Maybe we stumbled through some time travel gate in Wheatwood, or we teleported to some alternate universe, or this is just all some cruel experiment by Kerr and his goon. But this is not our home. You're inching closer to the truth. Alas, the reality is much less fanciful. Just give it to us straight. So be it. As I said, this is Beacon Pines. The original, true Beacon Pines. Okay. You both grew up here, but the town you've called your home for the past several years is a replica. A remarkable achievement of engineering, to be fair, but a replica nonetheless. That's impossible. It's too much work. You need a full town to replicate a full town. Indeed, to pull off such a feat would require immense labour power. That which could be moved would be moved. That which could not would require a precise duplicate. We would have noticed. Someone would have noticed. You'd think so, unless the auditing was impeccable. A mind-numbing attention to detail. As for the innumerable trivialities which complete the tapestry, well, you can leave that to this miraculous thing we call a brain. It has a real aversion to discontinuity, a revulsion even. The brain has a wonderful way of smoothing out the rough edges, keeping us sane. So, you're saying that someone made an entire new town and moved us all and no one noticed? Precisely. But why? Why is the one question that can never be answered with certainty. The best one can do is to uncover.
Matt narrowed his eyes, furrowed his brow, and uttered,
The source. Why do you say the source like that? Why indeed?
Luca began to laugh uncomfortably.
It's all ridiculous. There's no way they
He
could.
looked down at his feet. His eyes started back and forth in contemplation. With a sudden pain, a thought struck him.
If this really is home,
He sprinted off into the pale distance. As Iggy turned to follow, Nat called out,
Iggy, it's not too late to turn back. Simply head west through Wheatwood. Okay.
Chapter 6. The Source. Nat expressed his sympathy with a shrug and sauntered off as unassumingly as he'd arrived.
Who's Nat? Where did Nat just suddenly appear
He'd
from?
given Luca and Iggy what
We've
they
been playing
needed,
this game
and
for
nothing
5 hours now.
more. As Luca sprinted across the snow, the events
Nat's
of the
not
past
been
few days
anywhere
became
near
clearer,
here.
Pieces to a larger puzzle. Rollo said he was underground somewhere, captured. Mr. Kerr tried to cover it up with lies. The clipboards were hell-bent on capturing Iggy. It all seemed to point to perennial harvest.
Yeah, Nat's a boy as well, which was a bit. It wasn't exactly self-evident that Nat actually beat Death's Game out and over. Yeah, absolutely.
But right now, there was one thing that Luca needed to know.
Yes.
Luca stopped dead in his tracks. The tree was gone, uprooted and moved, leaving a raw gash in the earth. He dropped to his knees and dug wildly at the cold snow. His numb hands hit something hard, a headstone. A dry whisper escaped Luca's lips.
You're here. All this time, I thought I was visiting you. But you've been here, alone, in the snow. Dad, I'm so sorry. they ruined your favourite spot in the world. Our favourite spot in the world. Dad, what do I
There
do?
was no reply, just snow-covered silence.
Why'd you give me the slip like that? What if I couldn't find you, you jerk?
Iggy finally noticed the tears welling in Luca's eyes and the snow-covered grave.
Oh. Iggy. They stole his tree, Iggy. Yikes.
Suddenly, they heard the crunch of approaching footsteps in the snow.
Who's coming? We gotta hide. Hazmat dude. 259k. Fall off distance still good. Did you hear me? I said 259. Sorry. You ever think about what we did here? We saved a whole town of people. Doesn't feel like it sometimes. What about everything we left behind? That's the grave of someone with a family. The people who loved them will never know the truth. Truth's
He bent down
overrated.
to scoop up a snowball and lobbed it playfully.
Okay, slight point of detail here. Surely, just having arrived on the scene, these guys would notice the footsteps and the hole that had been dug on the grave. Surely. Hey, don't be such a downer, dude. We took this job to change the world. Yeah, come on. It's almost lunchtime. Weirdo. It's been pretty good, though, linking things together. It just seems like a very small error that was fairly obvious. Here, I thought I was a jerk. These dinguses are out here literally dancing on graves.
Luca stuttered through heaving sobs.
I thought I was visiting him. Hello, Cool. I thought he was with me. Not gonna lie, that's a bad break. Here's some advice.
Iggy gave Luca a solid smack on the back of his head.
Hey! Who's any of this helping? What? Sitting here in the snow crying like some pushover. Who you helping? Iggy, look what they did. They lied to everyone. Blah, blah, blah. Luca Van Horn, you're a lot of things, but you ain't no pushover. What did I tell you before? When some jerk comes at you, acting like a horse's ass, I should stand up for myself. Turner's merry little band of clipboards pulled off this switcheroo for a reason, right? Nat mentioned something about a source.
Luca wiped his eyes with a sleeve.
Whatever's at the source must be awfully valuable to Perennial Harvest. Sure would be a shame if something unfortunate were to happen to their precious source, wouldn't it? What do you have in mind? If it's small enough to steal, we snatch it. If it's too big to snatch, we smash it. And what if it's too big to smash?
Iggy flashed a mischievous smile. And
It's
cracked his
not
knuckles.
mischievous. It's mischievous. God. I'm always up for a challenge. I'm going to make this right, Dad. I promise. Let's do this. Locate the source. It'll be with Heartless, I would have thought. Ooh. It can get awful cold out there in those woods, Luca. Probably best you two stay put and conserve your energy. Help's on the way. Where's Rolo? Where's my mom? Did you kill her? No. Heavens, no. Do I seem like a killer to you?
Iggy and Luca shared a skeptical look.
Indeed, Well, do I? Oh, shucks. Now that hurts my feelings. Screw that guy. Okay. This way? Can I get that way? No. Right. So not that way. This way? No. We can't get... So we must have to go back out this... I thought the whole point of this was... Wait a minute. If this is the original town, then that means...
Iggy darted behind a large pine and began digging furiously. He emerged holding a shoebox with a crude skull painted on its lid.
What's that? Long story. So a few years back I came into possession of some premium grade fireworks. Not the wimpy firecracker stuff they gave kids, the good stuff. So why did you bury it under a tree? That's the long part of the story. You and Rollo were doing chores at Rollo's chicken coop, and you guys peed me off for some other reason.
Luca rolled his eyes with realization.
No, you didn't.
Iggy stifled a chuckle.
Uh-oh. Yup. I just wanted to give you guys a little scare. But like I said, these were some primo fireworks. So I might have underestimated things. He blew up the chicken coop that we took the blame so that Rollo wouldn't get in trouble. I prefer to think of it as an incendiary redecoration. Sorry, but you should have seen the looks on your faces. Rollo got grounded for months, which is why I needed to stash the evidence and lay low. So I buried them under that tree. But when I came back for them later, they were gone. I figured some grown-up found them and tossed them.
Iggy triumphantly raised the shoebox.
Turns out it wasn't the fireworks that got moved. It was us. Unbelievable. Okay. Do you think this is a game? Newsflash, Boyle. You're not a hero. You're a little brat who's in way over his head. A hero is just someone who refuses to give up. Comics these days are rotting children's brains. Everyone thinks they're a spaceman superhero. I was always partial to Hank Atomic myself. Is that so? Do you really think you have a chance against us? You have no idea how powerful we are. Prepare for a blast-off, loser. Ooh, okay. But we don't have...
Luca and Iggy inched up to the edge of the hole with bewilderment in their eyes. Arctic air breathed out of the cavern in heaving gusts.
Echo, 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 echo. Whoa! I can see why they wanted to move us all out of town now. But why would you dig a giant hole? I think this is it. This is the source? It's a dang hole? How do we smash a hole? Oh, here he is. Oh, it's much more than that, my annoying little friend. Care, where's Rollo? I wasn't lying before. He's safe. Well, safer than you two, at least. Drats, it's cold. Freezing even. You just had to drag me all the way out here, didn't you?
Mr. Kerr gazed down the abyss in contemplation.
It really is something, isn't it? What did you do to our town? What is all of this? Well, that's a doozy of a question. This is the source, where they collect the unrefined...
Kerr scratched the back of his head.
Honestly, boys, I don't understand any of this well enough to explain it. Fact of the matter is, I'm not paid to know. What do you mean you don't know? Ain't you in charge? Oh, heavens no. My role is merely to flash a winning smile and manage various complications. Complications like us. You are a smart boy.
His face contorted into a saccharine grin.
Well, he's been on the Iron Brew cream soda. It really is nothing personal. Some people are destined to strive for greatness, and others are simply obstacles along the way. Seems like you were just destined to be a creepy lackey. The point is that we all play our part in life. Mine just happened to be a lead in the role of a lifetime, and you happen to be extras ready for your curtain call. We aren't giving up without a fight. Your smile's not going to be so winning after we're done with you. Now, boys, there's no need for melodrama. It makes even a professional such as myself embarrassed for you. Let's change the mood a
Kerr
bit.
snapped his fingers.
Scene change. Ooh, uh-oh. There, that's better. Deal with them.
Iggy turned to Luca
Ooh,
with a
I think we're going
sly
down the hole.
glance.
Why are you smacking? Because I have a box full of fireworks, and you don't.
Iggy waved the box into the air, threatening to drop it down the hole.
Stop! Let's not do something regrettable. Joke's on you. Regret is one of my specialities. Out of curiosity, what would happen if I threw these in your precious hole? Nothing. Nothing at all. You're a terrible liar. I'll have you know I'm an exceptional liar. Oh, but that's far enough.
Iggy plucked a single bottle rocket from the box and held it up with reverence.
Stop, you fool! Call off your goons.
After a long pause, Mr. Kerr flung up his hand with frustration.
Very well. You can all head back for the night. It's been a long day. I'll handle these two from here.
Mr. Kerr sighed into the frigid air.
It's just us now, Iggy. You can put that down. For like this?
With a nonchalant flick, Iggy tossed the firework into the hole.
Uh-oh. Any second now. Ooh. Whoa.
With a growl, Kerr leapt at Iggy, crashing through Luca.
Ooh.
Iggy tried to
Ooh.
twist away, but in the struggle they both tumbled over the side. Luca dove forward, bracing Iggy's hand just before it slipped. His grip was made precarious by the cold, wet snow. He could see Kerr further down, clinging to Iggy's coat.
You reckless child. What have you done? Luca, listen to me. Hold on tight and use the walkie-talkie to call them back. What channel do I use? It doesn't make a damn difference. They're always listening. If you do that, the clipboards will just haul us up and snag us both. The only way you get out of this is if Kerr's out of the picture. Well, just let go and save yourself. If he lets go, we both die. I don't want to die, but seeing the look on your face almost makes it worth it. Mr. Kerr, you've had a long life. Why don't you actually do something selfless and just let go?
Mr. Kerr gasped with insult.
Long life? I'll have you know, I can still play 25. You should have heard me sing the part of Phileas
With a
Young.
wild look in his eye, Mr. Kerr began to hum a proud melody.
Yeah. Wow, can you believe this guy? Okay. So we've obviously still got more to do.
His voice began to crack.
Care. Just let go. No can do. If you want to save your friend, you'll have to save me too. Look at me. It's okay.
Luca felt Iggy loosen his grasp.
No! You aren't going to kill your friend like that, are you?
Every muscle in Luca's body burned.
Oh my god, this is way too dramatic for a cutesy game. I'm not his friend. Yes, you are. Nah, I'm just a no-good bully. like you care. Iggy, no.
Luca felt his hand slipping.
And I told you what you need to do with bullies. I can't. It's your only way out of this mess. 2 birds with 1 stone. It makes sense for us to fall together. Wackadoos travel in packs.
Calm settled over Iggy's face.
Luca, let me do this.
Iggy's voice was colder than the bitter air billowing from the chasm.
Let me do the right thing for once. I mean, I know what he wants to do. We're probably going to have to do both anyway, to be fair.
Luca had
It'll make
no
us go back
choice
and do
but
it
to
again.
Accept Iggy's request. With a quiet blink, Luca watched a teardrop sail down into the howling void. As his fingers slowly gave up, he met eyes with Iggy.
Good.
The 2 silhouettes were swallowed by darkness.
Man. Ooh. Hell of a goodbye, Iggy. Here's Nat. Whoa. Where's... Do we think Nat's the woman who was constantly reading in the town square that had a disguise on? I knew they were going to come back. Luca, you should really step back. What? Quickly. Curious. Ah, but of course. Those fireworks of Iggy's must have been just the right amount of energy. We should get out of here before perennial harvest arrives. Not until you tell me what just happened. Your friend's sacrifice just saved this town. For a little while, anyway. How? Tempus liquimine is a peculiar substance. It can change the relationship between matter and time itself, but doing so requires unfathomable energy. In a closed system, that energy can only come from its surroundings. A useful side product of this property being, by adding precisely the correct amount of energy to it, one can create a cryogenic cascade. So the gunk makes things go cold and the fireworks made the whole freeze over. That's one way of putting it, yes. As dumb luck would have it, the fireworks weren't strong enough to generate a runaway reaction. I shudder to think what had happened in that case.
We have some idea what that would look like.
Indeed we do. It will take them a good while to safely break through and access the source again. If you know all of this stuff, why haven't you been helping? I have been, in my way. Each one of us has our role to play. Iggy's role, it turns out, was to buy us precious time. Mine has been to observe and wait. Wait for what? You... Me? Why? What's my role?
A fierce twinkle flashed in Nat's eyes.
Luca Van Horn, you are going to save the world.
With a chuckle, Nat turned and walked west. Dumbfounded, Luca followed behind him, trudging through the snow. Every step taking him further away from everyone and everything he knew, and closer to destiny. To be
Ooh.
continued in
Ah!
Beacon Pines, Pines Harder.
Shut up. That's funny.
Revenge served cold. Second time's a charm?
Shut up.
Wait, that's it? This ends with a crummy cliffhanger just when it was getting good? I was even starting to like Iggy.
Yeah.
No way. I refuse to be associated with some never-ending parade of sequels. Let's go back and find something more definitive.
Okay. So I knew we would have to do this. Accept, refuse. Yes. So we've done everything else, I think. Oh, we've got hum. Oh, weep. Oh, God. Right. Will we go over to this path now?
And in the stillness, he began to hum.
Okay, so this was the other ending we got last
After
night.
the death of his father, Luca had trouble sleeping. Each night, his mother would sit at the foot of his bed and hum a gentle melody. It was the only thing that could calm his mind, the only thing that, however briefly, could make it all seem okay. That melody pervaded every memory Luca had of his mother, shivering in the raw snow. He began to hum it out loud.
But where is his mother? Is his mother where Rollo is?
Gran lowered the torch, listening closely. As recognition slowly set in, her heart sank. Those countless nights of consolation, the incomparable loss they shared together.
Do you think this is our mother, but like in disguise?
She let the torch fall to the snow and sizzle out. A few
Because our
steps
granny's
toward
supposed to
Luca
be
was all she
dead.
would bear before dropping to the snow herself. Through a flood of tears, she began to hum along, note for note.
Well, I didn't see that coming.
Luca lifted his head in astonishment. The last time he heard that melody was the last night he saw his mother.
How do you know? I'm so sorry, my little buckaroo. Buckaroo? The only people who call me that are my dad and your mother.
Luca blinked through blurry, watery eyes, trying to see more clearly. He could just make out the impression of a familiar face. He peered across the snowscape at the woman on her knees. Something about her was undeniably his mother, only smaller, older, changed.
Mom? That's right, buckaroo. Mom?
Luca sprinted as fast as he could toward his mother. They held each other close, and the cold retreated from their bodies.
Eleanor? I thought you were... Hello, Void. Gone? You should have known I would never abandon my son.
Eleanor looked down at Luca, tightening her embrace in an appeal for forgiveness.
Beacon, not Bacon. That would be an entirely different game, Void. How? You're a smart man, Joseph. I thought you'd have pieced it together by now. You were espoused. Mom, I don't understand any of this. What happened to you? Where did you go? Why did you leave me? I never left you. I was always right here, Luca. Why did you lie to me? It tore me up, Luca, but I did it to keep you safe. I thought that getting answers would help us both move on, but the more I discovered, the more I realised the danger we were in. Until perennial harvest was stopped, it was better if everyone thought I was gone. You could have trusted me. These are bad people, Luca. They won't stop until they get what they want, and they don't care who gets hurt in the process. Then, what do? We have to stop them.
Joseph slumped into the cold, wet snow.
They can't be stopped. This is too big. I tried beating them at their own game. I'm done fighting fire with fire.
For the first time in a long time, her voice felt like her own again.
No more lies. I see now there's a better way to stop perennial harvest. The cold, hard truth.
Luca gazed down at Nuncreed with pity. He looked small. Joseph stared into the snow, as if searching it for answers.
Come on, everyone. We've got a party to crash. Ooh. Joseph, you're a bad man. You don't understand. He always wins. Don't be
Chapter
fooled,
9.
Void. This game looks extremely cute. There is a very dark story going on here.
The devil you know. 7 months ago, Eleanor Van Horn crept down the maze of sterile hallways under perennial harvest. She stopped in front of the large steel door marked Deep Engineering. No turning back now. She raised a trembling hand. The stolen keycard worked as promised, and the door buzzed open with mechanical efficiency. She was immediately hit with the smell of disinfectant. It was some sort of laboratory. In one corner was a desk covered in papers. Across the room stood a tall metal pod with hoses protruding from its base. She rushed to the desk and began shifting through the piles of papers. They were experiment reports on something called Tempus liquamen. There were dozens of them. Every one stamped failed. Eleanor heard the sharp echo of footsteps approaching. She was out of time. Her eyes scanned the room, eventually landing on the strange pod. Muttering a curse under her breath, she dashed over and dove inside.
A strange pod? Oh yeah, kick the chair. And that is what change is all about. Grabbing the future by the scruff of the neck and making things happen. Change is a choice. I'm tickled pink that we'll be all making that choice together. How great is that? This man is a liar. Excuse me? I will not. This town has a dangerous secret, and perennial harvest only exists to keep it hidden. Nonsense. They picked up the whole damn town and moved it right under our noses. You aren't making any sense, dear.
Mr. Kerr addressed the crowd with a sarcastic tone.
Imagine such a thing. It's absurd. Just plain impossible. They promised they could fix the foul harvest. They told us they would clean this place up. We just had to leave town for a few days. But while they had us evacuated, Mrs. Hartford, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to. You're afraid of a lot of things, aren't you, you snivelling little worm? This is growing tiresome. A little help, please. Don't you all see this? This festival is a sham. An excuse to have the whole town gather in one place. They're planning something awful. I don't know what, but these people are wicked. Don't listen to her. She has absolutely no proof. I am the proof. I'm Eleanor Van Horn.
Whispers filtered through the crowd.
Well, aren't you just as sneaky as the Dickens? Just stop hamming him up. We all knew that Valentine's fertilizer was too good to be true. And now this whole town is paying the price. Ladies and gentlemen, I am so sorry about this disruption. My associates will take this obviously disturbed woman somewhere comfortable. so that she can get the help she needs. Oh, she's not the one who's disturbed. You two-timing clown. Well done, Joseph. You all know there's something wrong with this town. It was just easier to look the other way. The truth is... Ooh, that's quite enough, Mr. Nuncreed.
Torment dragged on Joseph Nuncreed's face.
Yes, sir. Take them away. No, I want them to see this. Ah, the ever-tempestuous Eleanor Van Horn. You've been quite the thorn in my side, like a weed that's burrowed in where it doesn't belong. I must confess, you look
He
dreadful.
paused for a moment, plucking a piece of fuzz from his sweater and discarding it to the ground.
Okay. Consider yourself in rare company. You've managed to pull one over on me. It won't happen again. I knew you had some sort of plan to disrupt our little party, but alas, I expected something a bit more impressive than incoherent rambling. No matter, your failures are yours to bear. Mr. Kerr. Yes, sir. It's a shame it was cut short, but I thank you for that rousing oratory. I will take it from here. Yes, sir. Of course, sir. You have done quality work for me, William. You can look forward to the recompense we agreed upon.
Kerr gave a bow of deference.
Founder, you are most gracious.
Rippled through the crowd.
Thankfully, we can dispense with the formalities from here on out.
Solomon pulled a glass vial from his pocket. In one smooth motion, he downed its contents. A triumphant smile grew across Solomon's lips.
No way! He's not going to turn into the... You can all call me Sharper Valentine.
His body and
No
face
way!
began to contort and expand as he disappeared into a belching
This
green mist.
story is so wild, man. It's mental.
A hushed horror gripped the crowd. This is a story about change.
What? No. Nah. So you didn't see that coming. Good.
Sharper examined his new hands.
Well, this is quite the improvement. Everything looks so much smaller now. Eleanor was right about one thing. This festival was a ruse. I wanted you all to witness my glorious return with your own eyes. Why does everyone look so downtrodden? This is a celebration, people. Maybe it would help if we set the mood. Mr. Kerr, be a dear and reveal the sign. Ha! Wonderful.
Sharper choked out a crude squawk of a laugh. Frustrated grumbles sprinkled through the crowd.
Uh-huh. Sharper, you malicious? Malice. Okay, so we're going to have more to go through. I'm glad you're back, so I can tell you to your face. You destroyed this town. We ain't going to let you get away with it again. Sorry, this is not the time for audience participation. Some assistance, Mr. Kerr.
William Kerr gave a subtle nod to the clipboards.
Okay, he's off. Does anyone else have something to contribute?
A helpless quiet settled over the crowd.
I thought so. Did you all truly believe you could be free of me? A town of complete and utter fools. You people should be celebrating my return. You're clearly lost without me, and that leads me nicely to my children. Daddy, I gave you both the greatest gift a parent can give, the opportunity to prove yourselves in my absence. squandered. To say I am disappointed would be an understatement. But silence, Augustus. An adult is speaking. I don't know which is worse, a son who is completely hopeless, or a daughter with such potential who inevitably lets me down. Heiress, you fail me with admirable consistency. Thankfully, I was counting on it this time. Father, I have been wasting time, my dear. What have you accomplished? I was focused on cementing our legacy. Legacy? Who needs a legacy when you can just live forever? But what about? It's all right, kiddo. I'm afraid you suffer from a complete lack of imagination. There's just no helping it. Now then, where's Joseph? You didn't take the opportunity to slip off, did you? Ah, there he is. Everyone should give him a hand. None of this would have been possible without Joseph. I think you've said enough. Nonsense! The people deserve to know how helpful and loyal you've been. I only did what I did because he left me no choice. You always had a choice, Joseph. You were simply too weak to take it. No matter. Cheer up. You're about to be rich beyond your wildest dreams. You should follow Mr. Kerr's example. When I found him, he was in a sorrier state than any of you. An aging actor, desperate to recapture his youth. He played his part and soon he'll be able to play the leading man again. Forever, in fact, if he remains loyal. That goes for all of you. Well, those who haven't already frittered away my goodwill. Beacon Pines is mine again, and I am willing to share its spoils in exchange for absolute loyalty. Are you saying William Kerr was never in charge of perennial harvest? Huh. You think that puffed up blatherskite could have accomplished all of this? Dawn, I suppose it's time for your big exclusive.
Sharper addressed the crowd with indignant pride. He'd planned this moment for so long that now, at the deed's fruition, it almost felt frivolous.
You see, I needed a figurehead to hold things down while I orchestrated my return. Someone to misdirect, lie, and bilk this town for a spell. So I invented William Kerr. Take your bow. You've earned
Mr.
it.
Kerr flourished a preposterously elaborate bow.
Patrick C. Montesquieu, thespian extraordinaire, at your service. Founder, I just wanted to thank you again for this opportunity. It truly was the role of a lifetime. Wait, so this Bill Kerr was a Pat C the whole time? Now that your secret is out in the open, what's to stop this town from rising up against you? Oh, that's the delicious part. Fear. Thanks to our clipboards, I know what each and every person in this town fears most. And I will make those fears manifest for anyone who steps out of line. The choice is simple. I'm not afraid of you. Ha! The young hero! I've kept a keen eye on you, boy. You and your friends made a habit of disrupting my plans. What a pity. If things would have gone a bit differently, you might have had your moment of triumph. But that's fate for you. You can't do this. Oh, but I can. I have won. Never underestimate what a great man can do, given time. And now, time is my plaything. Perhaps the most expensive thing I've ever bought, but well worth it. Ah!
Sharper coughed up one final laugh and cracked his knuckles.
Ooh, can't stand people cracking their knuckles. Enough chit-chat. Let's get to work, shall we?
And so, Sharper set about remaking the town in his own image.
Hmm.
The fertilizer factory soon reopened for business. Sales rose steadily as more and more farmers across the countryside began to swear by its miraculous properties. Beacon Pines became famous, a secretive town that, for the right price, shared its gifts with all. Gifts that became more and more necessary in a world where winters grew longer and longer.
Ooh.
The end. This is wrong, but things are
They are becoming
clearer
clearer, but we've still got stuff to do.
now. You can feel it, right? We can't let Sharper win. He might just be the key to this whole thing. Let's see.
Okay, so we've done that and we've done that. So this branch is all complete. So we now have done that and we've done that and we've got a malice and we've got refuse. Let's go malice first then. Oh, that's a long way back. There was a
malice lurking behind those eyes, like a trap ready to spring. Luca felt the weight of Nuncrete's hand on his shoulder. Something wasn't right. He didn't know why, but something was telling Luca to get out of there.
I just want this to all be over. Of course, I'm sure it will all work out soon enough. I should get going. I told Roxy I'd check for Rollo at the treehouse.
Luca twisted free of Nuncrete's grasp.
Of course. Luca, you know your dad and I were good friends back in the day. You can come to me with anything. Anything at all. Right, let's get the you-know-what out of here. Okay. I want to know what she's up to. He looked down and muttered in a gruff voice. Mama always told me my problems would look smaller once I grew up. But my problems always seem to grow right along with me. Heavens, I sense big trouble ahead. The festival decorations are a bit humdrum. Now, if I were to throw a festival, it would be a thing to behold. I agree, this is all more than a little sad. It's worse than sad. It's boring. What if we did something, a little something to spice things up? And listening? You know that festival sign waiting to be unveiled? It would be a shame if someone...
The two scurried off, eagerly formulating a plan.
Okay. Let's go. Oh. Identify yourself, please. Nellie Meowdwill. I work here now. I am unable to locate you on a staff role. Oh, I don't officially start until tomorrow. Mr. Kerr said I could come in early tonight to get a few things done. Hold, please. Clearance authorized. Thank you. Our harvest awaits. Okay. Whoa. You get a wrench to the noggin sneaking up on a guy like that. Oh, hang on a minute. Arr. Don't scare a man while he's junking, sonny. Evening, Jeff. Isn't it kind of late to be junking? We might as well ask the same thing of you. Find anything good? Bah, never. Ever since that perennial harvest moved in, even the junk is trash. You can learn a lot about a person by looking at what they throw away. With this bunch, it's all shredded paper and coffee cups. Well, I'd better get going. I didn't see nothing if you didn't see nothing. See what? Exactly. Okay. Let's just go. Who's this guy? Can we talk to him? No, we can't talk to him. We don't want to talk to him. We're going to the treehouse to speak to Rollo. Rollo?
He aired a long holler into the woods.
Rollo! Rollo, wherever you are, I hope you're okay.
Luca felt his eyes getting heavy and plopped into the beanbag. He conceded to its lumpy embrace.
Okay.
Once again, Luca found himself in a vast black
Another wild
expanse.
dream coming
This
up.
time, he knew exactly where to go. He took a single confident step forward. The world flickered and pulsed. he found himself standing in front of the frigid air of a blazing campfire, the source. He plopped down cross-legged and gazed into the cold flame, waiting. Soon enough, the fire began to die out, popping sporadically, until all that was left was a single ember.
Hello, Parto.
Lucas stood up
Good morning.
and dusted himself off. He plucked the glowing ember from the cold ash, examined it, and slid it into his pocket, a keepsake. The voice of his father spoke behind him.
Hope you're well. Hope you had a good weekend.
You made me proud, Buckaroo. Luca turned to face him. Dad, what is this place? A warm grin grew across his father's face. A place where everything that has been and everything that could be all wait together. Luca found himself staring at his father's face, trying as hard as he could to memorize every single detail. Wait? For what? Another voice spoke out as Luca's doppelganger stepped forward. That's up to you.
Ooh.
Without knowing why, Luca began to weep. Is any of this real? Are you real? Luca's father bent down to smudge away a tear. Of course. I'm as real as the part of you that misses me. Luca turned to look at the older version of himself. And you? The doppelganger choked back tears.
Had a very busy Saturday, hung out with a friend, then played Pokemon with my sister, then babysat my niece. Yesterday was a lot more quiet. Nice. And now we're back to Monday morning. Rubbish.
I'm as real as the part of you that's angry he's gone. Does that make sense? Through his tears, Luca laughed. I think so. His father pulled him in for an embrace. Time to go, Buckaroo.
Okay.
Luca was startled from his dream by a banging on the floor.
Who is this? Are
A
you in there?
commanding voice rumbled from.
Right.
Just as Lucas sprang to lock the entry hatch, the door knocked open. Chapter 5. Dangers big and small.
Oh,
Lucas
we're so
stumbled
far back.
He heard the rope ladder creak under significant weight. Keeping his eyes fixed on the hatch, he inched backward to the balcony. As his hand grasped the door handle, Luca froze. A large figure clumsily wriggled up through the hole.
Stop right there, or I'll... Sheesh. I know it's dark and all, but I figured you'd recognize me. Who are you?
The large figure cocked its head inquisitively.
Stop now, or I'll clobber you with a baseball bat. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Take it easy. Luca, you need to get your eyes checked. It's me, Rollo. Nice try, but I know you aren't Rollo. You're like one of his random uncles or something. Where is he? Uncle. Luca, quit messing around. It's me. If it really is you, prove it. Flaming chicken coop, Luca.
Luca's jaw dropped. He peered more closely at the man standing in front of him. Something about him was undeniably Rollo. Only bigger, older, changed.
How? What happened to you? When I was running away, I ran into more people in those yellow suits. They grabbed me and dragged me away. What? Where'd they take you? Dunno. They threw a bag over my head. It was cold and smelled like a swimming pool. I think it was an underground lab or something. They made my hands all big. Look.
Rollo proudly presented his hands to Luca.
Pretty sweet, right? I mean, it wouldn't be my first pick for a superpower, but beggars can't be choosers. Rollo, it wasn't just your hands. My feet too. Dang, Pa just made me new shoes. Wait, Luca, why are you so small?
Luca moved to the side and pointed Rollo to his reflection in the balcony window.
What the?
His hands shot up to his face.
Holy Toledo! Rolo, what did they do to you? They made me drink some sort of green crud. Ugh. Actually, it wasn't too bad. Kind of tasted like licorice. I passed out and woke up like this. And then I sort of smashed open my cage and escaped. Oh, you smashed open a cage? Kinda. At least I think I did. It's all a bit of a blur. They had you in a cage? Who are these people? I don't know who did this to you, but we're going to fix it. Fix it. This is awesome. Well, I'm just glad you're safe now. Luca, you don't need to worry about me. Sure, I got snatched, but look at it this way. I got snatched. I know where snatched people go. We may finally have a lead on what happened to your family. Right, we're going to leave it there for the break. So we shall jump across here, and I shall see you in 3 minutes. Chat. We did it. I have successfully completed a stealth mission. Oh, good God. No, 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 no. Right, I'm getting out of here, but I'm going out the window. Fish. Okay, let's not go out the window. Oh my God. Crabbing for penal colony workers. Navigate to an ideal zone. More rings equals more crabs. Okay, so we're going to the penal colony to do hard labour and get crabs. What?
Hello,
Okay.
welcome to Frosty Nuts. Do you need a warm hole?
What now? Huh? Frosty Nuts. Because sometimes you just need a warm hole. Can I crouch? Oh! Oh! Oh no! Oh no! Hello? Dude! What the hell? I have a serious problem. Did somebody put cling? There's the shotgun. There's the shotgun. Oh! Are you kidding me? Here's me. Where's the gas station? I wonder where it could be. It'd be really useful if there was some sort of marker or something that actually showed you where the gas. Yeet the baby. Woohoo! Hey! Woohoo! Oh! Nice. We did it, chat. We did it. I have successfully completed a stealth mission. Oh, good God. No, 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 no. This is terrible. Oh! Huh? I don't like it. I really don't like it. Is the patient the only person in the machine room? Yes. Are there any metal objects left in the machine room? No. Does the patient feel comfortable? Yes. Turn the MRI machine on. Yes. Oh, shoot. One of those questions may not have been answered correctly.
Change into your uniform. It's ready for you in locker number 3.
Right. We're back. Ooh, it's getting exciting. Right. Okay. Maybe you're right, but this all seems dangerous. Danger. Ah,
Rollo shadowboxed a few jabs.
I'll take them all on. Hey, fellas, what's up?
With a yelp, Rollo dove behind Luca.
He's so brave. Ah, take cover. Did I come at a bad time? Who the heck are you? This is Beck. Sorry, something truly bizarre just happened, and I need help. I didn't know where else to go. So you're just hanging out here with your large adult friend? No, this is my buddy Rollo. This is your missing friend? One and the same. He seems a little old. I'll have you know, this is a recent development. What the heck does that mean? Oh, I'm sorry. You're the one who just showed up out of nowhere. So we'll be asking the questions here. That's fair. How did you find us? Your silly little treehouse? I think you mean our silly little mission control. I hate to break it to you, but your secret path isn't so secret. And I could hear your racket from a mile away. See, Luca, this is why we need to improve security around here. Not now, Rollo. Beck, you said something bizarre happened. Yeah, but
She shot a nervous glance at Rollo.
anything you can say around me, you can say around Rollo. This has been a weird day. This has been a weird day all around, hasn't it? Yup.
Beck's eyes narrowed.
Okay, so it all started when I made it back home. My first order of business was to try to salvage my hair. So I dyed it with some stuff from the chemistry set my mom gave me. Okay, just need to play it cool and hope no one notices. Notices what? Oh, nothing. I was just... Come over here and let me have a look. Oh, honey, what in the world did you do to your hair? I just kind of felt like a change. This is going to take forever to grow out. You were the one who said the change was a good thing, right? I was talking about your mother's new job. I was talking about us moving. Well, I guess I just took your lesson to heart.
Ilona tried to put on a smile.
Before I forget, I came up here to tell you that Nellie had to go into work. Tonight? Her and Mr. Kerr decided it would be good for her to get some things done before tomorrow. That Kerr guy seems like a grade A creep. Beck! He is! Him and his weird cult of personality. You are not going to ruin this job for Nellie. It means too much to her. Oh, I know exactly how much it means to her. It means enough for her to exile her daughter to this podunk town. This place sucks. The people are weird. You just don't know them yet. It's always cold. We're in the mountains. You'll get used to it. I can't even pick up a single decent station on the radio. It's all banjo music and farm report. You know, I grew up in a town not that different from this one. Is that why you're better at talking to plants than people? Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. First of all, you're grounded. What? In the morning, I'll have Nellie come and see what we can do about fixing your hair. You need to look presentable for the festival. But not another peep.
She sighed, and after a moment, looked down at Beck sympathetically.
I know moving is hard, honey, but that doesn't mean you have to make yourself miserable all the time. Other people seem to have that covered for me. Oh, and if you decide to rebel by dyeing your hair more,
She flashed a sly grin and tousled Beck's hair.
I'll just shave it off for you. Think of how rebellious you'll look then. Very funny. Thank you. Good night, sweetie. Good night, Mom. Wait. First of all, this town does not suck. Second, you need help because you got grounded. No. I'm sorry you got in trouble. It's my fault your hair got screwed up in the first place. Don't worry about it. I actually kind of like this look. Great. Can we get back to the story now? This next part is the important bit. I have this radio I upgraded with my mom, and I was too angry to sleep, so I tried to dial in something worth listening to. Now, who would this be, do you think? Mr. Kerr, are you there? Mr. Kerr. Yes, I'm busy. What is it? Apologies. I have the founder on the line. Patch him through immediately. One moment. Oh. Hello, sir. It's so nice to hear from you. Skip the pleasantries. What's your report on our new lead researcher of deep engineering? Nellie Meredwill seems to be integrating nicely. At this very moment, she's working to help us meet our deadline. She offered to work overtime before I even had the chance to suggest it. Excellent. And you have the faith that she's capable of finishing the work left by her predecessor? Her work must be complete before the festival. I'll make sure she stays day and night until it's accomplished. Good. You know how I feel about loose ends. Yes, sir. Once she has finished the work, we need to make a determination regarding her long-term prospects in the company. Immediately, sir. I usually have more time to bring people into the fold. We are in the end game, Bill. After your failures with Dr. Prescott, I can't afford to take any risks. Of course, sir. No loose ends, sir. Once she finishes the work, she will either leave the office completely committed to Perennial Harvest, or she won't leave at all. Perfect. Sir, if I might suggest, maybe we should delay, just for a bit. Oh, it's just, we seem to be rushing to hit this festival deadline, and rushing into things has caused some issues in the past. I see. Please understand that I just want what's best for you. I'm eternally grateful for all that you've done for me. Bill, I'll make this very clear for you. I brought you in to make things run smoothly, not to have opinions. Of course, sir. Chin up, Bill. You're only a few days away from having everything you ever dreamed of. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Night, Lily. Little early for me, but brain needs rest. Not a problem. You have a good sleep. And you're not back at uni still. You've got another week off uni. I think this is week 3 that you've been off, isn't it? Ridiculous. Whoa. Yeah. Just so we're clear. When they said loose ends, they were talking about murder, right? Like actually killing someone. Capital murder.
Luca gave Rollo a quick elbow to the ribs.
Who is this founder? I was hoping you guys would know. Nah. As far as we know, Kerr is the top banana at Perennial Harvest. He sounded scared of this founder guy. So, we have an even topper banana on the field. What the hell is my mom caught up in? Has she talked about the job much? Not really. She said she was going to come in and continue the work as someone she respected. Luca, do you think that body at the warehouse was the person Beck's mom came to replace? That would make sense. Beck, it seems like Nellie's predecessor got loose-ended. I'm getting that impression. Okay, so we need to get your mum out of there before the festival happens. That's 2 days away. Won't she just come home after work? The creep on the radio said they were going to hold her until then. So if she's not coming out, we got to go in and get her.
Beck flicked a large sheet of paper out of her pocket and slammed it on the floor.
Maybe this'll help. You have blueprints. Well, it's really just a welcome map for my mom's PH orientation day, but it shows the layout. Sure looks like blueprints to me. Look, here's the reception area. That's a big room marked Founder's Office. It even has the exits marked. Guys, we have a deadline. We have an objective. We have blueprints. You realise what this is, right?
Rollo started to wiggle with excitement.
I think we are heisting. This is officially a heist. You like the way I say murder?
Chapter 6. The Heist.
The
They
heist.
spent the night's end huddled around that small map, formulating a plan to infiltrate the headquarters of Perennial Harvest. It would be no small feat. A modern facility equipped with all manner of technology, not to mention the swarm of clipboards that would most certainly be scattered throughout. By the time the sun began to peek through the car window used as a makeshift balcony door, all were in agreement. This could just work. The final day before the festival would be used to prepare. They'd need to pool every resource at their disposal, pull
Interesting.
every favor with a thread, even enlist some unsavory characters around town with important tasks only they were suited for.
Okay.
Luckily, there was enough ill will and mistrust toward Perennial Harvest that alliances could be found at a bargain.
Okay.
Luca, Beck, and Rollo rubbed their eyes as they exited the treehouse. They hadn't slept at all that night. There was no time. The festival was to begin in 1 day, and they each had their assignments.
Okay, let's get going. Alright, quick recap. Rollo, you're going to talk to Roxy. Cordially. Without her in fits, this whole thing could go bust. Me, Cordial is my middle name. Uh-huh. And how do you plan to explain your
He
new
waved vaguely at Rollo's sizable figure.
circumstance? Pah, she'll be so happy I'm alive, she won't even
Beck
notice.
snorted an involuntary giggle.
And Beck, you're sure Ilona won't just shoot this whole thing down when she hears it? She'll listen. Once she understands the danger Nellie is in, the danger we're all in, the plan will make sense. Okay, that leaves me with Jeff, then Iggy. How are you going to persuade them? I'll think of something.
They each looked at each other with sleepy confidence and nodded.
Well, Godspeed. Enlist the help of Jeff. Enlist the help of Iggy and Tish. Right, we're off. Where's Jeff? Oh, Jeff. Okay. I'm just checking out the obvious places first. That these. Ooh, okay. Hang on. What's going on here? Okay, so that's the grave. We can go through here. Okay. Where's Jeff? Not a lot of people out there. There he is.
Jeff's hardware closed down about a year ago. The effects of the foul harvest stretched wide. When there are no crops in the field, tractors don't need fixing.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Jeff. What can I do you for? Well, I know how much you hate Perennial Harvest. See, Jeff's on the same page as me. Hate's a strong word. Oh, sorry. I mean, I didn't say it was the wrong word. Gotcha. So we're going to break into their headquarters, and I thought you might be able to help.
Jeff wheezed out a long snicker.
See, I knew you kids were all right. Great, so you'll
The
help?
joy in Jeff's face drained instantly.
Not a chance. But give me one good reason I should risk my aiding and abetting you rascals.
Looking into the sullen eyes of his would-be accomplice, Luca blurted out the first word that came to mind.
Oh, God. Junk? Yeah. What of it? Sonny, I've got more junk than a king as copper. Ain't interested. Okay.
Luca wasn't ready to. He shouted out,
Fight. I've done enough fighting for one lifetime and more than my share of losing. Time's come to hang up the gloves. What? Nothing else makes sense. Yeah. Still okay. Is this guy actually gonna...
Jeff's brow perked up.
What do you say? Go ahead and hide then.
Sensing some traction, Luca carried on with vigor.
Let a bunch of kids do what needs to be done. We're not
Jeff's
afraid.
scowl faded with a sigh.
Say what you will about old Jeff, and they all do, but you'll never hear him say, I hid from nothing.
One good stomp of the foot was all Jeff needed to drive his point home.
What was it you kids needed? Some sort of disguise. I got just the thing. And while we're at it, that crate should come in handy. This ain't gonna be free, you know. I'm thinking 5 bags of sour gabs should cover it. Put it on my tab.
Offered out his open hand to seal the deal. With a firm and dusty grip, Jeff reciprocated.
Done. Swing boy, first thing in the morning. Okay, so we've got that done. Eventually. That was the last thing I thought you would need to... Right, where's Iggy gonna be? Here. Hey Tish, look who it is. Look, are you here to try and tickle us to death again? Look, just hear me out.
Iggy raised an eyebrow suspiciously.
We're listening. Iggy, I know we've both been giant bags of... You scared a girl on your way home. Oh. To each other.
Iggy gave a reluctant shrug.
You're not wrong. But lately, life has kind of been... strange. You know?
He considered the point.
Things have been weird around here. So I'm offering a truce and asking for your help. What do you say we... break our hostilities, at least for now. We do like breaking things, even if a truce means less breaking things. What if I told you there was a way to have a truce and break stuff? Go on. I need you to cause a distraction so I can sneak into Perennial Harvest HQ.
A wild-eyed grin spread across Iggy's face.
Oh. My, look at Van Horn, I'm impressed. And after all this is all done, maybe you and Tish can come hang out at the treehouse sometime.
Iggy glanced over to Tish, who nodded in agreement.
Fine. But not because we want to see your treehouse. We just like to cause
Quick
chaos.
nod, Luca was off.
Right, we've got our people. Good. Where are we going now? Did you hear that, Tish?
Iggy gazed up at Tish with a smile.
He invited us to hang out at the
A single
treehouse.
tear ran down Tish's cheek.
I never expected this day to come. How wonderful. Whoa, first time Tish has said anything more than
Chapter
yup
7.
through the entire game.
Into the hive. A good heist requires preparation,
Okay.
and thorough preparation takes time. Something they had precious little of. So far, everything was in order.
Were you on your bike, Kubu? Did you ring your bell behind her and she wasn't listening?
Jeff, Iggy, and Tish all agreed to do their part.
She crossed my path and we both went to my right, but I was mad and made eye contact with her, and the way I turned was pretty sharp, so I think I scared her into thinking I was going to follow her or something, because she went from casually cycling to speed up really fast. A mad kubu on the rampage. I'm off.
Beck radioed Luca that night with a simple and covert message. We are locked and loaded on my end.
Why were you mad? What had made you mad? Was it because you were late, or because you wanted to be somewhere else, or because somebody had said something at work, or...
And Rollo, after a lengthy confession, managed to persuade Roxy and Fitz to help. He stowed away in mission control for the night to avoid attracting attention.
Okay.
Rollo, being uniquely suited for the role, would be the first to breach Perennial Harvest. The outfit provided by Jeff wasn't perfect, but a convincing disguise is 10% wardrobe, 90% confidence.
Okay. So we're going to have a wild hazmat suit.
Rollo
Wild
took
looking
a few
hazmat suit.
vigorous breaths and shook out his arms.
I feel bad for making her think some insane maniac was following her, but it was pretty funny. I almost bullied her by speeding up myself, but I know being a girl. Yeah. That would probably not have been the correct move then. Look, Rollo's got a tash now. Just stay calm, Rollo. You can do this. Got your delivery here. A delivery? I don't have anything in my notes about a delivery. One moment. I'm so sorry, but there's no delivery scheduled for this morning. Right.
He had to think quick.
You were mad. I knew you'd be mad either at your boyfriend or your sister, but it couldn't have been your sister because you weren't in the house. So it couldn't have been your dad or your sister because you were going back to the house. So it must have been your boyfriend by logical deduction. He had to think quick. That's because this goes directly to the founder. He asked that it be kept secret.
Rollo sighed, adjusting his tool belt.
You know how the founder can be. I suppose we can leave this one off the records. Our harvest awaits, and such.
With a stroke of his mustache, Rollo proceeded into the Perennial Harvest headquarters.
Our harvest awaits. Package here for the founder. Oh, I didn't hear anything about... Yeah, this is a need-to-know kind of thing. I'll just
He
check.
stammered and flipped through the pages of his clipboard.
This goes directly to the founder. I don't have time to fill you in. Oh, I see. If you could just complete this
Rollo
form.
interrupted with urgency in his voice.
Every time with the forms. Look, if you want to explain to the founder why I'm late, well, it's your funeral. I'm sorry. What did you say your name was again?
Rollo panicked.
Our harvest awaits. That's a restricted area. Excuse me, sir. Our harvest awaits. Really like this candle, Tish? Yep. Suck on this perennial ham fist. Whoa. What was that?
Distraction was enough for Rollo to regain his confidence.
Just open the damn door. I've got a job to do.
The clipboard fumbled around in a frenzy.
I should check on that noise. Oh, come on. Just buzz me in already. Oh, okay. Right. Phew. That was close. Okay, we're in. Our harvest awaits. Hey, I figure, when in doubt, stick with the classics. Well, that was a close one, but you pulled it off. Nice work, Rollo. All right, everyone knows what to do. Yep. Deep engineering is to the north. I'll go with Beck in case she needs some muscle. I'll head east to the founder's office. You two be safe. Okay. That's odd. There's not even any cups for the water. Is that going to become useful at some point? Ooh, hang on a minute. Whoops. Solomon?
Solomon stopped in his tracks.
Luca, what are you doing here? It's a long story. Are you
A
okay?
veneer of confusion flashed across Solomon's face. His words rushed out dramatically.
No, I'm most certainly not okay. Some strange people grabbed me and... Were they in hazmat suits? Yes. How did you know? They brought me here and locked me up, and when they were distracted, I ran. Dang, okay, you should stick with me. We've got a plan.
Solomon's facade briefly faltered.
Ooh, wee. Yeah, Rollo and Beck are headed to deep engineering. Thank heavens you found me. We've got to get out of here. We can't leave just yet, but they'll catch us again. I've got to do something first. When you were running, did you happen to see a door marked Founder? Founder? Why are you looking for him? I'm not. I just need to get into that office. Now that you mention it, I do think I saw a door that said Founder. It was just down this way.
Luca happened to notice a plaque above the door.
Office of the Founder. Knocking comes with consequence. Oh, here it is. Look at that. It went straight to it, despite all those doors. So it is. It's pretty lucky that I ran into you, or else I might have missed it. He just came out of it, you dafty. Truly fortunate.
Luca tried the handle.
Locked.
Solomon leaned forward to examine the mechanism.
Regrettably, it seems to be some sort of electric lock. I don't see how we could possibly defeat a lock like
Luca
that.
smiled and looked at his watch.
Let's just wait a minute. Okay. Don't do that with a shovel. Seriously? I can't remember what voice I gave him. Don't know what sort of funny business you're up to, but I like it.
She mimed a quick hat tip and ambled off with a whistle.
Howdy. Good afternoon.
The light on the keypad changed from red to green.
How did you do that? It's good to have friends. Quick, let's get inside before someone spots us. Oh.
Luca switched on his walkie-talkie.
Rollo, I'm in. As expected, there's a control panel. Great timing. We're stuck at a locked door marked #24601. Need you to get this through. Hi Katie, how are you? Howdy howdy, I just wanted to pop in and say a quick hi. I'm a wee bit tired, but I just want to say thank you very much. Long time no see, hopefully you're keeping well. We're having an absolute blast with this game. I am head down, bum up, trying to get to the end of it. It's but it's brilliant. More and more is unfolding all the time. But I hope you're well. Thanks very much for dropping by. What if someone catches us? We should get out of here. I'm not leaving my friends, Solomon.
On the computer screen, a green cursor blinked in a password field.
Surely you don't have a way to get around the password.
Luca pecked out his best guess. Underground secrets.
Underground secrets. Indeed.
The screen blinked to life. Columns of green numbers glowed on a black background.
How did you just guess that? Oh, it's this absurd password Rollo heard when he was down here before. It's funny how someone arrogant enough to call themselves the Founder used such a basic password. Or they were thinking several moves ahead. That's a UK expression, Kubu. Head down, bum up. Means you're very busy. You're moving at pace, very busy, not wanting to be disturbed. Head down, bum up. One of these weird UK colloquial expressions. Not expecting anyone to guess something so simple. These villain types always end up outsmarting themselves.
Solomon's jaw clenched into a half smile.
Your powers of deduction are as impressive as your luck.
Luca quickly scanned the columns for number 24601.
Rollo, I think this should do it. Bingo bango. Doors open. Luca, you never fail to impress. What is that slippery lout even doing down there? Yeah, I knew you would have come back to say that, Cool. That's not a surprise to me. We have a friend whose mom's in trouble. We're here to get her out. I see. Oh, Luca, I think we are close. The next door's marked #13806.
Once again, Luca scrutinized the numbers on the screen. In that moment of distraction, Solomon reached forward and pressed a large red button.
Maybe this one opens the lock. Oh, Solomon. Oh, we've got company. Luca, must go faster. One sec, I can't think with all this
He
noise.
quickly skimmed the screen with his finger.
Here it is. 13806. Go, go, go! Curse these fumbling hands. Time for me to head to work. Have a good day. I know it's Monday. Hopefully it's not too rough, Parto. Thank you very much for starting your day with us. I will see you again, no doubt. My apologies, Luca. Don't beat yourself up. I know you were just trying to help. But was he? Was he really? Uh-oh, clipboards. Oh man, no water cups. Rollo. Why did we keep saying there's no water? That's obviously going to be useful at some point. Rollo, are you okay? Rollo, come in.
Mr. Kerr approached with a sneer and spoke into his walkie-talkie.
You can turn off the alarms. They're trapped.
With self-satisfaction, he called into the hallway.
That, my dears, is a dead end. Nowhere to run. Rollo, where are you? Are you okay? Yeah, I think we lost him. Making our way back to Nellie's office. Okay, you two rebel rousers are coming with us. Nope. Ooh, make a break for it. Oh God. Right in the tune holes. Did that little just kick me? Don't just stand there. After them. Okay, I think that worked. Roxy and Fitz have them on a wild goose chase. I am having trouble following what just happened. Like I said, it's good to have friends. Rollo, how long do you think Roxy can distract them? How long can Roxy keep someone so hacked off they can't see straight? Let's just say we've got time. Entering Nellie's office now. Mom! Oh, honey, what did you do to your hair? I thought you'd be happy. I finally used the Young Chemist lab kit. You surely have a knack for making me incredibly proud in the most frustrating way. We need to get you out of here. We? Who is your adult friend? Oh, I'm not an adult. Ever heard of a growth spurt? I had more of a growth spew. No, that's not
Nellie
possible.
leaned over to examine his teeth.
Substantial banding on the enamel of the molars consistent with Tempest liquamine exposure. Is that what you call the gunk they forced me to drink? You drank it? Oh no. They told me it was only being tested on plants. Oh, Beck, sweetie, I promise I didn't know. Mom, what the hell is going on at this place? I was brought here to work on the discovery of a lifetime. A novel chemical compound was discovered under Beacon Pines in a wellspring they called the Source. They named it Tempus liquamine. It pulls energy from its surroundings in order to fundamentally alter matter's relationship to time. It was the secret to Valentine's fertilizer. They harvested the Source, infusing small amounts of Tempus liquamine into the product. It worked wonders, drastically accelerating plant growth. Crops would be ready to harvest in a fraction of the time, but it led to complications. The foul harvest. Perennial Harvest came in to clean up the mess, to succeed where Valentine failed. But Tempus liquamine is rebellious. Rebellious? You can think of it as a manifestation of change itself. It's volatile by its very nature. So the more you try to force it to do a specific thing, the more it resists. Yes, I can relate to that. My role was to finish the work of my predecessor, Dr. Prescott, harnessing Tempus liquamine to reliably manipulate an organism's age. Just imagine how many people we could feed. Mr. Kerr was very insistent that we achieve a successful result before today's festival. But you didn't, right?
Nellie sighed.
You know how much I love a good puzzle. I poured myself into the problem. It wasn't long until I discovered oddities in Dr. Prescott's notes. Oddities? They contained obvious errors, mistakes that someone of his reputation would never make. So I fixed them and now I get to replace my entire wardrobe. I'm truly sorry. Meh, those clothes were all hand-me-downs anyway. It sounds like Dr. Prescott figured it out, got cold feet, and intentionally sabotaged his own work. I had considered that possibility. I've sent a letter asking him to clarify his thinking. Mom, Dr. Prescott is dead. Kerr had him killed. What? I overheard them talking about it on the radio. That's why we gotta get you out of here. Now. Wait, the vial. I finally solved the chemical equation, allowing direct control of aging. Mr. Kerr picked it up just before you came. All the more reason we gotta hightail it. Luca, we've got Dr. Modwell heading your way now. Roger that, be careful. Alright, everything's on track. And what is your plan for escape? We'll go over everything when they get here. In the meantime, maybe we can dig up some more info. Okay. It looks like the founder was helping Kerr plan the festival. Why would such a secretive leader be obsessed with a party? Only time will tell.
Luca held his hand up to the ashtray.
Still warm. Must have been in here recently. Indeed. Still not put two and two together, Luca. Really?
Luca tugged on each of the cabinets.
Dang, this must be the good stuff. They're all locked. Perhaps he's not as careless as you suspected. Let's see what else this bad boy has in it. Security system, time card logs, payroll. You know, for being so evil, this guy sure is boring.
Solomon muttered inaudibly.
Just you wait. Uh-huh. Oh, nothing. I like the way that we kind of know this, how the story goes, but it's unfolding in a different way in front of our eye. Malice 80 proof whiskey. A hard drink for a hard man. Wow, even his alcohol is arrogant.
Solomon once again muttered under his breath.
I should just smother you right now. What's that? I said I shouldn't bother you right now. Don't be silly. You're no bother at all. Okay. I'm really sorry you got dragged into this mess, Solomon. You needn't worry about me. Well, I feel bad either way. We're going to get you out of this, I promise.
With a subtle, quivering lip, a smile crawled heard the trampling of frantic footsteps from the hallway.
Okay. Lock it, lock it, lock it. Locked. Okay. That was close. When we left Nellie's office, it was swarming with clipboards. We barely got away. Did they follow you? Uh-oh. Rollo, before we start tossing blame around, is it possible someone ordered a pizza? We'd love to hear your thought. Definitely not pizza. What now? Don't look at me. I'm officially retiring from the heisting business. We're so sorry for the inconvenience. We just have a few quick questions. Just let me think. Can someone watch the door? Of course. Everyone else, huddle up. Oops. I think this little caper has gone on long enough. Solomon, no! Hush now, child. The adults are speaking. Dr. Murdville, a brief reintroduction is in order. We've never met in person, but we have corresponded. You see, it was I who hired you. Solomon, the pathetic orphan child, the powerful and enigmatic founder. Sharper, the fallen progenitor who created this town. Perennial harvest, Valentine fertilizer, all connected by a single thread. Yours truly. But that's...
Her eyes searched the floor in thought. Solomon watched eagerly, waiting for the flicker of epiphany. With a sickened look, she peered into his soul.
Ha, yes, now you've got it. Tempest Liquamine, you discovered how to reverse the process.
Solomon clapped with genuine delight.
God, there's an awful lot of people in this room. Very good, Dr. Murdville. Very good. Though the discovery wasn't intentional.
Solomon glanced down, examining his youthful form.
And the effects went a little too far for my tastes. That's why you needed me to finish Dr. Prescott's work, which you did admirably. Mr. Kerr, the vial,
Kerr
please.
presented it with a theatrical twirl of the hand.
May I present to you the eighth wonder
Before
of
he
the...
could finish, Rollo snatched the vial from Kerr's palm.
Wow, this stuff sounds pretty valuable. Be careful, you fool. You have no idea what you have in your hand. Actually, we do. You just did a whole evil villain monologue thingy about
Rollo
it.
casually tossed the vial to Luca.
Gosh, maybe I'll have a
Luca
taste.
jiggled the vial mockingly.
Seize him! Luca, over here. Move another inch and I smash it.
She held it tightly behind her back. Solomon sighed, speaking in crisp, measured syllables.
You have no plan. I'll smash it, I swear. Fine. Risk killing us all. Or, if you're lucky, nothing happens. Then what? We capture you and grant you much less
He
leniency.
pursed his lips with feigned sincerity.
But I give you my word, if you hand it over now, none of you will be harmed.
A deep uncertainty washed over Beck.
You're a smart girl, Beck, but there's no shame in being outwitted by someone smarter than you. We both know there is only one way this ends.
She looked to Nellie shakily. With a dispirited nod, Nellie sighed in defeat. Beck slowly approached Solomon.
That's a good girl. Beck, don't do it. We can't trust that jerk. I'm sorry. He's right.
With apprehension, Beck conceded. Solomon pocketed the vial and brushed off his shoulder with a sharp flick.
Mr. Kerr, you have allowed yourself to be humiliated by a group of children. Report to my office tomorrow for a performance
The
review.
blood drained from Kerr's face.
Of course, sir. But first, you have a speech to make. Trot out there and give me the introduction I deserve. And don't forget to smile. Yes, sir. And to think all of this is thanks to the efforts of Mr. Van Horn. I don't understand. How is this all because of me? Ha! I said Mr. Van Horn, silly child. Dr. Walt Van Horn. Your father was always a thorn in my side. I offered him an opportunity to be part of something great, but the fool was blinded by righteousness. He even broke into my laboratory in an attempt to sabotage my work.
Solomon shook his head with gratification.
But the universe has a funny way of correcting course. By meddling with a force he didn't understand, Walt showed me its true potential. As fate would have it, Luca, your father's dying act was to grant me eternal life.
A muffled applause resonated faintly through the walls.
Well, hello, Ryan. That's my cue. After the festivities and my subsequent ascension, I will return to deal with you all. Until then, I suggest you use this time to reflect on the magnitude of your failure. You three keep post outside the door. Okay, now we're stuffed. Well, I can't believe Beck sold us out like that. I'm not sure she had any other choice. So what now? What's the plan? I don't have one. Of course you do. You always have a plan. Rollo. You just need some time. Rollo. It's over. We lost.
Nellie was staring at the floor, deep in thought.
Sorry, Luca. Give me a minute to calm my mind. Hey. I'm sorry, Luca. I did what I had to do. I know. It's just... we were so close. Hello, Kisa. I've got a feeling that eventually Solomon will get what's coming to him. Time wounds all heals. Well, time seems like less of an issue for him now. Okay. Luca, there's something you should know. After Mr. Kerr locked me in that office, I had nothing but time and curiosity.
Here we go
I poked
again.
around a bit, hoping to find a means of escape, but I found something else. A note hidden in a false drawer. What sort of note? Dr. Prescott must have sensed his time at Perennial Harvest was growing short, so he left behind a letter with the hope it would be found by his successor. It was a confession of sorts. He left it for me, but its contents, Luca, I think they were meant for you. Why? What did it say? It was about an incident with your mother. Dr. Prescott found her in his lab with a stolen keycard. There was an accident. She had been exposed to extreme amounts of Tempest liquamine.
The color dropped from Luca's face.
Oh, She survived. Dr. Prescott decided to help her recover. He no longer trusted Perennial Harvest, so he kept her whereabouts a secret. Over time, your mother led him to reconsider the purpose of scientific discovery. Science is often at the vanguard of change, but that doesn't mean it's always right. He realized that no one should have control over something as powerful as time itself. I now believe that's why he began to intentionally sabotage his own work. And it cost him his life. That's a reasonable conclusion.
Luca was overwhelmed with emotion.
But if she's alive, where has she been? Where is she now?
A sudden explosion sounded from the hull.
Ooh.
Chapter
Ooh.
8. Comeuppance. Ears still ringing, Gran picked herself up off the ground. Through the dust and smoke, she looked over to see Mrs. Fratelli helping Hiram Tolliver to his feet. She'd had to beg, borrow, and steal to acquire those explosives.
Okay.
How many nights had she spent visualizing how she'd use them to make things right? And now, her one shot at destroying the source, that damned hole that swallowed so much of her life, was gone. Traded for this jagged hole in a wall and a foolhardy shot at rescuing Rollo. With Fratelli and Tolliver at her side, she stepped through. It was a strange feeling. The last time she'd stalked this maze of hallways, it was in a different body. They quickly rounded a corner to find a group of clipboards guarding a door. Something worth guarding is probably something worth seeing.
Mm-hmm.
She leapt forward, brandishing her cane. If her last chance at vengeance for things lost was truly gone, she would just have to fight to keep what she still had.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Here they are. Gran, what are you doing here? Luca, what are you doing here? We're here to save Nellie. We're here to save Rolo. Hey, Mrs. Luca's Gran. That's awful nice of you, but I'm fine. Oh, no. What did they? Gran, there's no time to explain. We have to go now. Come on, everyone. We've got a party to crash.
They made their way out from deep within Perennial Harvest, just as Solomon finished up his speech.
Thankfully, we can dispense with the formalities from here on out.
Solomon pulled a glass vial from his pocket.
We've got to stop him.
In one smooth motion, he downed its contents.
Too late.
A triumphant smile grew across Solomon's lips.
No. Well, I guess that's it. We lost. I wouldn't be so sure about that. Did Beck
With a
switch the...
mischievous look,
It's not
followed Luca.
mischievous, it's mischievous.
Remember when I had the vial behind my back?
She switched it. I might have tweaked his wonder potion with a little change.
I might have tweaked his wonder potion with a little change.
Like pocket change. You're unlucky penny. Yeah, I plopped it in the vial where no one was looking. What's that going to do? No idea. That's the beauty of science. Now we observe. You can all call me Sharper Valentine.
His body and face began to contort and expand as he disappeared into a belching green mist.
Holy, he's a baby. Yeah, but he's still Sharper, right? What he was no longer matters. This is an innocent child. I apologize for all the harm my father has caused you.
Eris awkwardly cradled the squirming child.
Can't believe we've got ads coming up again.
She looked to her brother, her voice shaking with uncertainty.
Augustus, what do we? We do what Valentines always do. What must be done. I'll hurry home and prepare a crib for father, young Sharper. That would be a great help. Thank
She
you.
looked back down at the infant with equal parts kindness and terror in her eye. With a shake of her head, Eris addressed the crowd with a stern scowl.
Okay, everyone, the show is over. You may leave now.
Epilogue.
Okay. Epilogue.
Beacon Pines' coldest summer on record came and went without much fanfare. Folks shared what they had, and none were left wanting. The new school year was ushered in by the falling leaves of autumn. After everything Luca, Rollo, and Beck had been through, middle school was bearable. The chill of winter didn't seem to bother people much. They kindled a hope for a better future in their hearts. When spring arrived, farmers planted their crops with a sense of joy and optimism. And as the dawn of the first day of summer came again, its light slowly spread through the shallow valley. It crept over the town square, across the river, past the neglected welcome sign, and came to rest on a young boy sleeping at dawn. His mind at peace, knowing he is here for a reason.
I've got my jumper on. I'm ready to rock and roll. Can I get in there
Over
yet?
time, Eleanor began moving Walt's out of the closet and into storage.
Ah, that's what was behind that door.
Eleanor had moved back into her bedroom, and now that she wasn't sneaking out late, she even slept there most nights.
I see. Is she in her garden? Oh, there she is. She's got the Tonics tea cakes. Let's go. Mom, I'm ready to go now. You go on without me. I'll meet you there. I've got a batch of jam to finish jarring. It's funny. I only started making jam as a way to send messages without anyone noticing. But now, I enjoy it. Alright, I'll go say hi to Rollo first. Okay, we're on to the treehouse. Let's go, let's go. I'm just going to keep going through the ads this time. I want to finish it. Oh, here's Roxy. I hear you and Rollo have big plans for that little treehouse. Yeah, it started getting crowded after we revoked the max capacity 1 Rollo, 1 Luca rule. So we decided to expand, but at least we've got some help with that. How's the internship at Nellie and Ilona's shop going? It's been great. I'm hoping it helps me get into the School of Agriculture up at the state. Also, Nellie said she'd write a letter of recommendation, which would be huge. I just can't help but worry about leaving Rollo. He's grown up so fast, but he's still my little brother. Yeah, he had a heck of a growth spurt. I don't just mean grown, literally. This morning he was up and finished his chores before I even had breakfast. Well, some of that might be his excitement about the treehouse renovation. Don't tell him this, because it'll go to his head, but I'm really proud of that little punk. I'm sure he feels the same way, but he's just too dang proud to tell you. I know. Okay. Should I be taking this? No. Can't go that way. This way. Hey Gus, how's the tree planting going? Couldn't be better. I'm so grateful to Ilona and Nellie for letting me help. I wasn't just built to be a mayor. Too much bureaucracy. Gus, we finished cleaning up the sidewalks. What's next?
When perennial harvest collapsed, most of the clipboards skipped town. But some stuck around and dedicated themselves to making things right.
Way! Anyone with a knack for art can help paint the new offices. You can count on us. Well, it looks like you really found your calling. I never really felt comfortable telling people what to do. Now, this right here. This is something I can be proud of. Okay. I'm going to see my man. Whoa, dude. A little higher. Yup. A little lower. Yup. A little higher. Yup. I'm telling you, the angle isn't the issue. We need more power to the radio. Luca, there you are. Would you tell him it's no the angle? Hey, I'm not in charge of antenna redesign. Fine, fine. Iggy, just don't do anything drastic until we get back. Who? Me? Tish, you're in charge while I'm gone. Yup. They'll be fine. Right. It'll be fine. If we really want Mission Control to turn into something bigger and better, we have to loosen our grip a bit. You're right. Lead the way. Okay, that's a hell of a distance from here. How's the napping this morning? The most underrated part of a good nap is the view, and the view's getting greener every day. I see you decided on a name. Yep, we had to clear out all the old stuff before putting on the final touch. Slow and Dirty Harvest. Ooh, is now official. Ooh woo. That's a bit, Slow and Dirty Harvest. I like it. It was actually Nellie's idea. There's still a lot of work to do, and the name serves as a reminder. Just because progress is important doesn't mean change should happen fast. In fact, I've learned that the more you care about something, the more important it is to take things slow. Our motto is go slow and fix things. Amen to that. Okay, let's go. So we're just going to do a run round and meet everybody now, are we? Young Mr. Van Horn. How's little Solomon Sharper doing? Young Sharper seems to enjoy nature more than I, so we do a lot of strolling these days. Has he, attempted to crawl out of his crib and plot world domination? Yeah. Thankfully, no. I spoke at length with Dr. Murdrill, and she feels that Sharper's infant mind was not developed enough to retain his previous memory. For all intents and purposes, the child is unmoulded clay. Let's hope he's a little nicer the second time around. That is the objective, yes. But really, all I can do is try and hope. 2 activities I am endeavouring to find less distasteful. Well, I think you're doing a great job, and the whole town is ready to help out wherever we can. I can't wait to teach him how to throw a baseball.
Jess did her best to ignore the tears welling in her eyes.
That would be acceptable. Okay, we never did find out what... He looked to his friends with a thankful smile. After everything that could have gone wrong, everything that did go wrong, we made it. The end.
Closing her eyes, Miss Hatch took a deep, relaxing
Right. Okay. So we never found out what... Oh, hello, Luca. How are you? Really good, actually. That's wonderful. Did I miss anything? I think you're pretty much up to speed. She was just concentrating on her book the whole time. Tree. Right. Whoa, dude. Hey, Mr. Nuncreed. I'm going to go see my dad in a bit. Do you want to come with? Even after everything I did, you'd still...
Mr. Nuncreed shook his head.
You really are your father's son, aren't you? I don't think I'm ready for that yet. Well, you're always invited. I bet he'd love to hear from you. I'll visit Walt in my own time. You run along now.
With perennial harvest gone, the transportation tubes were
Jeff's
unused.
wild ride. Come on. No one's too big, no one's too small for Jeff's wild ride.
Well, maybe not completely unused.
Just one piece of candy for the ride of your life. Who's next? Okay. Guess what? Yesterday I saw a Dynastis Titius, and that's good. It's great. I haven't spotted one of those in years. At this rate, Beacon Pines is going to become the bug capital of the county. Right. Okay. On your cell, Jace. I have news I think you'll enjoy. This morning, I unpacked my last box. You're officially moved in. It's just a box. Let's not blow this out of proportion. Sounds an awful lot like putting down roots. I guess I decided this place is root-worthy. You're going to be stuck with me for the foreseeable future. I do have to warn you, most years aren't going to be as interesting as this one. I think I'll manage. Ready? Before we go, there's a bit of a surprise. Okay. What's going on? Oh, hello. Check in with Beck at her house, yes? My mom's prepared this tree especially for... We're going to go back and see her dad. They didn't have to do that. It wasn't just them. Just about the whole town pitched in. We all owe you. It should do okay in the cold of old Beacon Pines and thrive as things warm up. That's perfect. Take Jeff's wild ride to old Beacon Pines. Okay, let's go. Hello, Jeff. Aye, you got it. Now that's a good looking tree. Being a special occasion and whatnot, this ride's on the house. You're going to want to hang on tight to that little tree. Okay, we're all off. Huh? Oh, Mum's here as well.
I
Oh,
think this is it. The end I've been waiting for. Honestly, I began to lose hope of ever finding
you and me both, narrator.
But then you came along.
Oh, don't mention it.
I don't know exactly how to thank you. It's hard to explain how much this means to me. It's funny, now that our time together is finally ending, I'm at a loss for words. Let's just watch the end together.
Yeah, let's do that. Done. A good little tree. The best little tree. Thank you, children. This means a lot. Yeah, thanks for everything. Shucks, I only did what any super awesome best buddy would have done. We should probably give you some time alone now. You good? Yeah, I am. It's been a wild year. How are you feeling? Everyone keeps asking me that. I'm fine. Really? Pa always said the only thing fitter than a fiddle is a cello. I feel like a dang cello. Well, if you ever stop feeling like a cello, I'm here for you. I know. You don't even have to say it. You two make an awesome pair. Excuse me, we're a trio now. Yep. Hi. Thanks. There's just one thing missing now that you're a part of our group. Missing? Let me tell you a little story about a man named Hank Atomic. Oh God. I won't be long. We'll be waiting for you back at the phone booth. I've found the perfect way to start our summer. You've got some good friends. I'm so proud of you. Your father would be so proud. I know. Mom, can I ask you a question? Do you ever dream about Dad? Not a night goes by that I don't. Are you ever afraid that you're going to forget him? Forget what he looked like? Forget his voice? No, because so much of him lives on in you. He loved that old tree, but I know he would have loved this one more, because his two favourite people planted it. I'll give you two a moment. Hey Dad, Dr. Modrell says that over the next few years, this place should warm up, so you won't have to be so cold for much longer. Snow Fairy, I think I finally understand why you left that night. There were things you believed in. Big things. Those beliefs were the things that made you, you. If you wouldn't have stood up to Sharper, stood up for what you believed in, you wouldn't have been the same person anymore. You had to go. But that didn't mean you loved us any less. I might not visit you as much as I used to. I know you understand. Hmm. Oh, that was banging. I loved it. That was so much fun. What a great game. I need to find out if they made any other games now. I just let everything run through. It was a lot different to what I thought it was going to be, I have to say. I really thought that it was going to be a bit more cutesy. I mean, I know the artwork was extremely cutesy, but the story was pretty dark straight away. But, yeah. Brilliant. Loved it. 3 nights. Imagine me finishing an entire game in 3 nights. What the heck? And doing all the voices as well. In a way, I'm quite glad, but we're not going to do... Well, I actually think I might have to do some voices for Replaced as well. Producers Cat Barf. But yeah, very good, very good. I love the fact that you were seeing the story and it wasn't so much of a rewind time mechanic, but you were just seeing different sections of the story had history panned out that way. My God, there's a lot of people who have backed this game. Look at this. That's only the A's. I don't think there's going to be a... This is the beauty of Kickstarter. Everybody chucks a tenner in and suddenly you can create a fantastic game. I don't know if there's going to be a there's probably not going to be a post credits scene, but I kind of don't want to. I can't speed through it. It won't allow me to speed these up. Music was good as well. So many people. It should actually start getting... Mine's at just K. Only halfway through the alphabet, man. I was going to say it should start to drop off, but then there's going to be M's and N's. There's loads of M's and N's with names, isn't there? Mr. Toaster. I love some of these usernames. Come on. That's just the S's. There's thousands of S's. Folks' names, loads of people's names start with an S. Oh my good God, Kyle. Hello, Kyle. How are you? I'm just trying to work out whether there's going to be a post-credits scene here. But we literally just finished this game.
No way, Carl, you're screaming again!
Indeed. I don't know why it didn't pull your profile picture. How are you, Kyle? Are you good?
Bingo! Ho 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 ho!
Right. Okay. So I could potentially go back and do a bit more, but I'm not going to tonight. Okay. Let me just have a quick jump. I'll switch scenes and go back to just chatting. So bear with for a second, Kyle. I will not be too long. I just need to drop the green screen. So let me just do that. Recovering from a nasty cold. That's not good news. Right, give me 2 seconds. We actually had a good time on Valorant. Crazy. Give me 2 seconds, folks. I'll be back in just a shake of a lamb's tail. Don't panic, don't panic, don't panic. Right. We've got that there. We can start that there. Right. How are we? I'm doing very well, Kyle. Thank you so much for bringing your people across. And you had a good time on Valorant. Crazy. Are you starting to win games now? Was it just yourself and Abby Banshee that were playing, or did you have Cleo in there? Was there anybody else that we know that was in there? I'm glad you're enjoying it. I am slightly perturbed that Banshee's getting back into Valorant, though. Back into a toxic time in your life. Not so great. Right. What we normally do at this time in the stream is we stop that and see if this works. So if we do that and then go this. Right. Cool. There we go. So stream receipt. We have been 3.5 hours. It doesn't feel like we've been going for 3.5 hours at all. That's mad. Average viewers of 13. Kane, Banshee, Stocky, and Gillian. All right, cool. 13 average viewers. Peak viewers 24. No follows. Boo. No subs, no bits, no donations. Got 8 raiders. Thank you so much, Kyle, for bringing your people across. No hype train. Channel points spent 1,500. Well, we didn't have a Gamba tonight because I didn't have a monster today. Only 281 messages sent. It's every stream it gets less and less and less. So Lily was top yapper tonight. Kuru, you've lost your title again. Needed to chat more. You should have told me more about the girl. It's because I wasn't here. Indeed, you should have told me more about the girl that you scared. But there you go. And was in my feelings. I see. Anyway, Lily top yapper. So that's it. We can put that away. There we go. And Kuru has become. She kept looking behind her too. Indeed, she's probably still waiting for you now. She's probably still cycling wherever she's going, furtively looking behind herself every 30 seconds, thinking she's there. I know she's there. I can sense she's there. I can hear her bike wheels creaking in the background. So, yes, loved that game. She went into some side street. Oh, I see. Okay. Nothing worse than going into side streets. Sorry, I'm getting a GI. Absolutely loved that game. Good time investment in there. As I say, much darker than I anticipated it would be, but very good, very good. Oh, 30%. Why are you getting menace when you're already menace, you crazy lady? Are you trying to get it under 2%, under 10% now so you can get the bingo sorted? Right, let's have a quick check on bingo. There would have been at one point, yes. 3 VIPs. No new followers, no subs, gifted subs, no No 3 raids in one stream, no raider follows. Ooh, Kyle! Are you oh no, let's not bother, it's okay. I can't do it because I haven't got things set up. I should have done that before I jumped across. Boys Beard, I had to pee before the game started, yes. I did change the category. I did chat for over 30 minutes. I talked about the weekly schedule. Did I talk? I haven't talked about anime. Didn't do the shouty out screen. I would have done that definitely because I always do. That's a given. Kisa isn't a menace. Blah 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 blah. Kenny hasn't dropped a YouTube video forever. Well done, Grim. I don't think we've had a UNSC member in chat. TTS is switched off anyway. Stream day has changed. It has because I normally stream on a Monday. 10 players in bingo. Somebody wins bingo. Okay, let's see if it's out. Out of all that, I have got one number on my bingo card. That's crazy. One whole number. That's shocking. I suppose we should spend some points just to see if we can get that to work. There we go.
Bingo! Ho, 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 ho!
Okay. That didn't work for me either. Absolutely hellish. That's just
Bingo!
awful.
Ho, 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 ho!
That's not on it either.
Bingo!
What the
Ho,
heck?
ho, ho, ho!
How can that even be possible? There must be something wrong with the bingo tonight. There is absolutely no way that I don't have these numbers. That I have only got one number out of everything that's on there. That's mad. That's almost impossible. Well, you know what you need to do, Kubu? You said it. I mean, it's staring you right there in the face. Anyway, let me find a raid target. Da-da-da-da. Who's on? I noticed Kara was back on tonight. That might be worth having it if she's still on. I don't know how long she was on for. Oh, she's already finished. We could jump across to see Clem. Oh, he's doing retro rewind. Yeah, let's go and see Clem. Why not? Raid a channel. Big Clem. Been a while since we've gone across there. I'll see what he's up to. Oh, he's putting loads and loads of stuff. I need to play that game again. I kind of played it a couple of times off stream, and I have to say I just got a little bit I got a little bit bored with it. It got very old very quickly. I was just literally putting videos out constantly, and I was like, okay. Thank you for stream. Thank you, Baseman, for being here. Appreciate your lurking in the shadows. Most appreciated. We're going to go and see Clem now. I think there's nobody thank you, Kyle, for the raid. That's that. Other than that, we are sorted in terms of thanking everyone. And we can go. As I say, next week, this coming week, we will be playing Replaced all week, basically. Now, I'm not going to be back until Tuesday. I will then not be about on Wednesday because Banshee and I are going to see The Prodigy in Glasgow for my birthday. I have a meeting in Edinburgh on Thursday, so I won't be about, so it'll be Friday. So it'll be Tuesday and Friday that I will be streaming, and we'll be streaming Replaced, the new 2D cyberpunk-ish thing. So I'll see you then. Let's go say hi to Clem. Bye.
Ooh, so they're in the middle of it? 6 weeks, F that. Oh my lord. Kuwu, welcome in. Kisa, welcome in. Thank you for the shout out.